Hello everyone and welcome to another fantastic, hopefully, night of racing here at the GPVWC, where it's round 10 of the International Touring Cup Series, the Italian Touring Cup. Slight change of the comments booth tonight. I'm Joshua Anderson, usually the man behind the cameras, but not tonight because unfortunately Mr. Simon Smith can't be with us. So you've got me on lead commentary today, and I'm joined by none other than Mr. Stefan McCready.
Howdy, how are we all?
Well, I'm fine myself. I'm sure you're fine as well, Stefan. So,
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, this is 3 races of 20 laps each. Of course, the 3-race format you should all be familiar with by now. Yeah, it's a brand new track to GPVWC, the Autodromo Riccardo Paletti. We've never raced it before.
No, it's been a bit of a mixed response. Some drivers like it, some drivers don't. Some are expecting quite a few overtakes to occur, so it should give us a good, exciting 3 races.
It should, yes. If ITC is anything to go by, exciting races are the norm here. So, hopefully we will indeed see some on-track shenanigans of the good kind, of course. We don't want any bad shenanigans, do we ever? So,
no, we never do.
It's a new track, but the championship has been, well, developing over the last 9 rounds. And, well, we've actually got a nice standings table, courtesy of Mr. Lewis McGlade here, our very own Lewis McGlade. And we've got a nice standings table here that we're going to look at. So, at the moment, in the championship, we have Eric Strana on 43 points, well ahead at the moment. He's followed by Kevin Siggy on 82 points. It stands at the moment that even if Eric Strana doesn't finish the races at all and Kevin Siggy wins, he will still lead the championship coming out of it. He's that far ahead. Then we've got Sven de Vries for Aurora Motorsports on 284 behind him. And then 4th place is Mr. Lewis McGlade himself for Ice Cold Racing on 26... It says 267 on here, and I think it is 267.
It is 267, yeah.
Yes, it is. I'm getting a bit mixed up. It's Chris Butcher, actually, that I was getting confused with. Sorry. Matt Richards on 247 for Cosmo Motorsport. And then Chris Butcher, 193 for Metric Racing. I was getting a bit confused, actually, because on our official website it says he's on 196, but that's not true. He's on 193.
That's not true at the moment. It's 193, yeah.
It is 193. Adrian Home for THR on 168. And then I think THR have withdrawn for the championship, haven't they? I'm just a bit like a goldfish today.
Yes, sure they have.
THR have unfortunately withdrawn for the championship, so they're not going to gain any more points. So, provisionally 7th, that is Jeffrey Fournier for Epic Racing Team, and then his teammate Chris Shepard in 9th, and then John Monroe and the other THR is 10th, but of course both of them have withdrawn from the championship, so we don't expect them to score any points today.
No, THR pretty much just disappeared really without warning, so, but yeah, you're right, Eric Strand is in a fantastic position in this championship due to his... I think really it was Belgium that just cemented that position quite nicely for him with 3 wins out of 3. So I'd be very surprised if Eric Strand kind of messes up that championship lead.
Indeed, he is quite strong way ahead. We've got about 5 minutes of the qualifying session left to go. Chris Shepard on provisional pole for Epic Racing Team. So we were just talking about the moves. We have a bit of a spin in the background there. But Chris Shepard on provisional pole. But there is still 5 minutes of qualifying left, so that could change.
Oh yeah, we've got Eric Strand down in 7th. It's, 5 minutes, a lot can happen in 5 minutes. Tyres warm up, track warms up. Shout out to people like Thomas Hintz. Hackerson makes a return as well. We haven't seen Hackerson much this season. He's doing a great job in 4th for Maduric. So
yeah, speaking of Eric Strand, he actually had the front left wheel completely cocked off the ground there. He was almost on 3 wheels. The back wheels had locked up. Yeah, he's locking the back wheels up, and he's Volvo there, the reigning champion, but probably knows a bit thing or two with that. He probably knows he's doing that and controlling that. Let's actually have a look at Eric Strand and see if he's going to go any faster on this lap. With all the lockups, I'm not totally certain. But, he's only just off Shepard's time. So there is the potential he could take provisional pole. But then again, anything, as we have said, happens. So Strana, of course, is the comfortable championship leader here in the Ice Gold Racing car. And his teammate Lewis McGlade. Lewis McGlade actually, I think he took a win last time round. So,
he took his first win.
Took his maiden ITC win. So, very, very good from Lewis. Hopefully we'll see St. more the same today. And Strana could, if he has a good last sector here, take pole from Shepard. But he is losing about 300ths.
He had an issue with the back marker there, so...
Yeah, had a bit of issue with the back marker there, so might not go pole just yet, but he is the champ. He can do pretty much anything. Doesn't go fastest, but he improves. Improves to a 113.1, which puts him 5th as Bracalo. Yep, Bracalo, Ilja Bracalo's just gone up as well. He's up in the P8, but Shepard still holds provisional pole. It's actually McGlade's teammate. It's McGlade himself, sorry. McGlade's teammate Strana is in 5th, but McGlade is in 2nd. So
it's tight, isn't it? It's between, you know, the top 10 is covered by 410s. So
yeah, that is
if
incredibly
you find that
tight.
one little bit of time, you know, you're going to gain a substantial amount of places.
Yeah,
so
that is incredibly. 4/10 is around a circuit like this. I know the laps aren't very big, but that's still a very, very small margin to have, you know. And let's have a look further down the grid. It's not obviously the fight for pole we're just focusing on. Thomas Hintz there, 9th for YTF1. He's doing quite a cracking job to be in P9. Definitely on his day, one to look out for.
Yeah, Hinsey can be quite dangerous. He's a prolific overtaker, as some people from the GPVWC might know.
Yeah.
On his day, he is quick, and he's had a boost in confidence from the last events, as Murray has a bit of an issue in 16th. He's grown in confidence over the last couple of races. He had a bit of an issue in WSS a bit ago, and he kind of got disheartened by that. But recently, he's kind of found some form. It's been great to see.
Yeah, Hinsey, of course, the creator of the little sub-beam we have at GPVWC of, you know, of chucking it down the inside. You know, you'll hear him say that at least once. But, you know, you will hear him.
Charismatic Australian, as we like to call him.
Indeed. He's a brilliant person, really. We all love him. Let's see how he does in the first sector, because we're focusing on him at the moment. It's 30.5 to beat for pole. Don't think he's going to do that, but he is a second off, so not awful by any stretch of the imagination, but not quite pole position, as Tobias Olsen improves to P9 on a 135.2 in the Bastwick there. Bastwick, I'm not entirely certain they've had quite the season they wanted, to be honest.
They've had a mixed season. I think that's a fair way to put it. You know, they were hoping for more this season. It's been a bit of a difficult season, and that could be said for a few of the teams, really. But yeah, if they come back, they'll be hoping for more next year.
Indeed. Just noticed Matt Richards has gone up to P3. I don't know whether he was there before, but Matt Richards, I think he's 5th in the championship, is 3rd position at the moment. He's taken quite a few wins this season. Some of them, one of them in particular, I think, was mired in a bit of controversy and later lost it. But he has taken. He wasn't actually in the last round in Austria. It was yourself that was in the number 28 Cosmo car there. But
I took that car and didn't do very well, so we'll gloss over that.
Yeah, but Matt, of course, back in the car for today, hoping for some strong results, as he's had for the season since making the switch to front-wheel drive from rear-wheel drive. But Chris Shepard, with a minute to go in the session, is still on pole. So it says here he's done a 117.5. That's possibly an improvement.
Yeah,
that might have...
Oh, Hackson goes to 2nd. Nice lap from Hackson. He's 400ths off.
Yep.
Oh, this is not over this.
This is not over at all. Let's talk about Ben Hackson, actually, because he had the lead in some of the practice sessions before. And I think Hackson has really impressed me for certain this event so far. I know we haven't seen much, but now he's taken 2nd. I'm gonna tout him as a dark horse for a race.
Oh, really? I might have to agree with you. He is a very quick driver in ITC. He is always someone to watch out for.
Sorry to interrupt you. He's just gone fastest through the first sector. Gone fastest through P1, so we could, if all goes well for Benny Boy, could have a pole position on our hands. And that would, of course, make Mike Schrotten, the Metric Racing manager, very happy. He's so close through Sector 2, 1,000th off. This is going right to the end of the session. You are right there, Stefan. This is going right to the end as Hackerson is going to round these last few corners. I think he's not going to get another lap in. The session's just ticking over to 0 hour right now. In fact, he isn't going to get another lap. Last lap was Hackerson. Is he going to get pole position? Going to cross the line, and he does! He's got pole by a 10th. That is a cracking lap from Ben Hackerson. Fantastic driving. The onus now on Chris Shepard. Chris Shepard's still in the pits. He's not going to improve. Lewis McGlade is on a lap, though. I think McGlade's going to get a lap in.
Richards is not going to do another lap, so
Richards
he's stuck as well.
Richards is stuck in 4th at the moment, but McGlade still on a lap, I think, as he's going to come into the first sector. He's faster again, so we can see another lead change.
So this is close. This is what we like to see. This is what we were saying earlier. Top 10 covered by so little. Changes were plenty.
It's usually home to some seriously fun and interesting racing, as Mr. Simon Smith will attest. But he's gone down by 2/10 in Sector 2 is McGlade. So, again, if he doesn't find 2/10,
as well.
and he got traffic, if he doesn't find 2/10, he's not going to get this pole position. But Lewis McGlade has got to make the most of what little time he has left on this track. Going to come around the last few corners now, locking up like crazy in that
clean as
Volvo.
Hackerson's that. I don't think he's going to get it.
Nope, he's going to cross the line now. Will he get pole? No, he won't. He's a 113.0. That's no improvement. So, as far as I'm aware,
Hackerson
on pole.
Hackerson
Wow,
lad.
that is fantastic for Ben Hackerson. Wow, is that his first pole position this season? I think it is.
I believe it is.
That's his first pole of the season for Ben Hackerson. Wow. So I knew he was quick. We all knew he was quick from the practice sessions, but wow.
He pulled that lap out of the bag. That
He
was
really
a stunning
did
lap.
pull that one right out of the proverbial bag, indeed. And that was a stunning lap there. 112.728, the final lap that he posted.
It was, you could tell from the last sector, he was literally on the edge. He was going to rip those tyres off if this was R Factor 2. It was that good.
Yeah. An absolutely fantastic display of driving from the Englishman. Absolutely brilliant. There's no other way to describe it. He's stunned the entire grid there, I think. No one would have expected that coming into the race, but posting those times and then in the practice and then going out and getting the pole, that's going to give him a massive advantage going in the race. And the best thing is, I don't even think he has any penalty weight. So he's going to have the advantage over Eric Strana, Kevin Siggy, Sven de Vries, Lewis McGlade, Matt Richards, who all have penalty weight.
Hackerson is in a very good position for race 1.
He's in an incredibly good position to challenge for the win, even a top 5. I think after that, he'll be wanting a very, very good result. Let's hope he gets it then. But, wow, what a qualifying session. We've seen everything, really. So, Ben Hackerson, I think, let's run you through the qualifying results while we still have them. It was Ben Hackerson from Chris Shepard, from McGlade, from Richards, from John Strana, Siggy, Fournier, De Vries, Bricalo. That makes you top 10. Just looking for anyone who didn't quite. Sam Jones, 26th, near the back. He scored points last time, though, so don't count him out, though. And we've got only 26 cars on the grid so far, but 27 if you count Tyrone Frith. But there's a possibility we'd get more before the race, but they would have to start from the back over in the pit lane. But that was a fantastic qualifying session. It really was.
That was very close indeed. I think that's one of the things a short track can bring you. The times can genuinely be kept very close, and we saw that there.
Definitely what we like to see here at GPVWC. Nice,
very
clean,
much so.
Close, competitive racing. And
yeah, that was a fun. Yeah, just Hackerson's lap. It's just stunning. Very well timed.
And for a circuit that's never been raced in GPVWC before, that's going to be a massive advantage for the future as well, because when he ever re-races this track, he'll be more confident.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is, like we said before, this is a track people seem to enjoy, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's kept on the calendar, but ultimately we'll see in the races to see what happens.
Yeah, speaking of the calendar, of course, things might change regarding there, because, of course, we are anticipating moving to R Factor 2 for next year in most of our series here. Whether the ITC will move is still yet to be confirmed, but hopefully we will be moving. R Factor 2, of course, looking a very promising sim for 2016 and beyond here for GPVWC. And, of course, with the release of the new modules, you can port any track over. So it's likely we could be seeing a return of Riccardo Paletti to the ITC calendar next year, but it's possible that we might see it next year, but it's all yet to be confirmed, so to speak.
Definitely.
Nothing's set in stone yet regarding the plans. The administration working away furiously, as they always are, to get things sorted for next year, and hopefully we'll be seeing more of the fantastic racing there.
Yeah,
as we
very
have
much so.
on the new sim. If we go to the new sim, of course, because even that isn't confirmed yet, nothing is. So we're about 3 minutes to go left in this race, and
Warm up, mate.
3 minutes to go before the race starts.
There we go.
Sven de Vries wishing he had a Ferrari. Don't we all? But yeah, there's not long to go to the race now, so I'm going to throw a question out here to you, Stefan. It's something I'd usually do in the build-up to the race on the grid, but based on qualifying and previous form and all the things that you know about ITC, what's your prediction for race 1 win?
I'd say Hackerson, but I've been wrong before. Shepard who was second, could potentially make a move into turn 1. There's places that promote overtaking, so it's going to be difficult. If he defends well, I see Hackerson taking quite a comfortable victory, to be quite honest.
Yeah, Hackerson in a good position. I've got a few you could look out for myself. I'm definitely agreeing with you on the Shepard and Hackerson front. Matt Richards, of course, because hashtag obvious team bias. Yeah,
Supposed to
he's...
keep that quiet, Josh.
I know, I'm sorry, but I'm just mentioning him. You know, he has come back from low on the grid before for good position, so watch out for him, definitely. But I have to agree, Shepard or Hackerson for the win, I think, because...
Don't forget my Glade as well.
And the Glade, yeah, because for a track that's so new, you need that pole position to be sure of anything.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, exactly. Fresh.
and as good as Matt is, it's
really
a new
raced.
track, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Might not have the experience here. It levels the playing field, doesn't it? Really does level the playing field, a new track, because no one's driven it before the race, unless they've somehow got experience with it prior. But in these cars, no one's driven it before, so it really does level the playing field, and I think we're in for a real treat today.
Yes, we do. Well, like you said, it's a new track. It does tend to level the playing field. No one could, unless you do hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of laps, which some people do. You know, it does. Yeah, it freshens things up ultimately, livens things up. We're in for a good 3 races. It probably will be incident fuel packed, just based on people not really knowing where the best overtaking opportunities are. As we go through each race, you'll probably find more overtakes happen, more, people find their comfort zones, more so to speak. People find those little places where they can pull out and make that cheeky move that they want to do. So, I'm expecting some overtaking, but I'm also expecting some incidents. But we don't want that to happen.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a mixed bag, I agree. Well, let's have to see how it pans out, really, as we're just entering the closing stages of warm-up here. And we'll be shortly waiting for our Factor Man, as we kindly call him, to make that all-important go-to-race announcement. As well, we're just going to wait for our race director, Chris Williamson, to move things over to the race.
Worth a note, Ilja Picallo, I believe, is carrying a 10-place grid penalty.
Yeah, it's possible Bracala could be carrying in 10th place, but we don't know for certain. So that might not help him very much. But it might help him, we don't know. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess, as we just wait now for the race to take over to the next session.
The tension's building.
The tension is building indeed. When is it not building? ITC is a very, very frenetic series, You never know what's around the corner.
It is. Yes.
Yeah, never know quite what's going to happen in an ICC race weekend, but that's why we all love it, really.
There we go.
Isn't it? I think we're about to take over the race now. So let's just wait in a couple more moments for our Factor Man, as we, know him very much and love him very much, to give us the very important move over to the next session, because you are all racing.
There we go.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
So this is it then. The first race at the new circuit on the ITC calendar. And this is going to be a corker, I think. We've already said that, all the variables coming together. But now we're actually on the grid. Things are going to heat up, I think. Things about to get a little bit rocky and a bit rowdy. But hopefully the best as we wait for everyone to take the positions on the grid. You see them popping out of the grid slots there. And, we wait for the cars to make their way off the line, and we can walk you through the grid. So away we go here at the Autodromo de Riccardo Paletti. It is Ben Hackerson on pole position for Meserick Racing, and he's followed by Chris Shepard for Epic Racing Team in P2. Row 2 consists of Lewis McGlade for Ice Cold Racing, and Matt Richards in the Cos Motorsport car there. 5th is David Young for Oro Motorsports, and 6th is the championship leader, Eric Strana, in the other Ice Cold car. 7th is Kevin Siggy for Enterprise GP. One to watch, definitely. He's got a lot of race talent. And Chris Shepard's teammate, Jeffrey Fournier, is 8th for Epic Racing. 9th place is Sven de Vries in the Aurora Motorsports car. The American will be looking for a good race here as well. And rounding out your top 10 is Tobias Olsen for Basford Grand Prix.
So in 11th, we can see with Thomas Hintz, who took a good 11th, strong 11th for YDF1. For Triple 20, we have Argo Tadeo in 12th, so good qualifying from him. In 13th, we have Bart DeVos, who's replacing... I can't remember who's replacing actually. He's replacing.
Matthew Allen, I think, who got a podium before.
That is true. So yeah, he's now taking that seat for YDF1 for today's racing. In 14th, we had Rano Muru for GTF Racing. In 15th and 16th, we had the Zederic Racing drivers Battle and Pestovs. In 17th, we have Mark Witz for Kerner Motorsport. In 18th, we have the Apex driver Joel Pereira. In 19th, we have Jack Mayer for Water Automotive. And rounding out the top 20 is Ultra Raquello for Kerno Motorsport.
Scotty Moore is 21st for Apex Racing in the Ford Focus there, and Jeff Maid making his ITC debut, I believe, for Mesrick Racing in 22nd place. So Mesrick's first and 22nd on the grid. And then we've got Daniel Chiranku for 12th to 20 and 23rd place. And then Alexander van der Woude, a new face. Well, I say a new face, he did the start of the season. He now drives for Enterprise GP, he's 24th. Wesley Morris, 25th for the Waters Automotive, and I think rounding out the grid is Sam Jones in 26th for Cos Motorsport, and he's followed by Tyrone Frith in last, 27th for TTF. So
Pretty
we're just
snazzy grid, isn't it?
Yep, nice grid as we wait for the cars to take her off. Ooh, bit of a movement there from I think that's McGlade.
That was McGlade, yeah.
We'll wait for things to go as we wait for the lights. We have 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are away. And that's a good start, it looks like, from Hackerson. Watch out for Shepard. Look at that. That's Junt who's blitzed the lot of them. He's going down the middle.
Oh, he's had a cracker here.
Yeah, Junt's having a cracker on the inside. And look at that. Hackerson goes straight down the inside. Lots of argy-bargy through turn 1 as contact to try and keep the positions. But Hackerson seems to have got away well. So does Junt. Shepard and... Well, that's Richards up to 3rd. That's fantastic for him. But Hackerson leads him into this long left-hander here to go through. And yeah, he's had a fantastic start out of that. Don't know whether there's been any incidents at the back. I wasn't really watching. But Shepard on the back of Hackerson, and then Richards on the back of him, and then it's Junt in P4, and then I believe that is McGlade in 5th. It could be Strana though. Yeah, it is McGlade, I think. So
No,
Hackerson...
Oh, McGlade's round.
McGlade's round. That's a catastrophic...
Oh, there's a bit of contact as well. That's an Apex car.
That's not good. Yeah, McGlade's
Cosmo
gone round
going through
already.
as well.
He's dropped all the way back into... Yeah, he's last now, so I'm going to try and get a replay of that, see what happened as we go into the corner there. Yeah, he comes in... Oh, he lost it on his own. He clipped the grass and he's lost it on his own. He's gone off again.
There's a pie. Oh, no. Oh, gosh.
There's a crash somewhere.
48 round as well.
48 round as well.
Absolute chaos.
Yeah, it is Havoc at the start of this race, but we knew it would be, wouldn't it? It's a new track. Havoc always tends to show its filthy face around here. As we are on lap 1, it is Hackerson from Shepard, from Richards, from Junt, from Strana, from De Vries, from Siggy, from Tadeo, from Olsen, from... Well, let's have a look. That's DeVos, yeah. In 10th. So what a start.
That's a bizarre start. Yeah, everyone managed to get through the first two turns very cleanly, and then as soon as McGlade ran into an issue along with Joel Pereira, it kind of just started to kick off. Everyone was bunched up, and ultimately it led to another couple of cars really spinning out. So mixed start, but great job from Hackerson. He's kept the lead, and Matt Rich has got an incredible start as well. He did a very good job. Yeah, good starts in both. Hackerson, of course, will want to keep that lead because it's the most important thing he has right now. And oh, Richards off! Richards off! That's not gone awfully well. I think he must have lost it on his own, but he's dropped a couple of positions there. He's gone right back down. I think he had lag. I think he could have lagged off, but he's behind... well, it's the standings on being fantastic. Richards now in 5th there, so he's dropped a couple of places, but hopefully he can get them back. But that was quite sudden, that. Didn't expect it as well. The cameras around here are quite zoomy. We can't see much of the on-track action. Yeah, otherwise, I'm going to see if I can swap the cameras to a different... Yeah, that helps. So we've got the exterior cameras on now. Chris Shepard's just at the fastest lap, 1:13.419 as we go on to lap 3, I believe. And it's still Hackerson leading, but only half a second to Shepard. So he's not out of firing range yet. No, Hackerson has got a very fast-charging Chris Shepard to contend with. We are indeed in lap 3. Timing's just a bit weird for us. But yes, so that was a disaster from Lewis McGlade, who really could have done without that. Yeah, Pestov's under fire. Oh, Pestov takes a bit of a nudge there. He's under fire from Chiranko for the last point position, 15th place here. Contact and 2, I believe. So more issues happening. Yeah, there's just a bit of a battle going on for 15th here. Chiranko versus Pestovs for the last points place. Zederick versus 2020. Front wheel drive versus rear wheel drive. That could list the battles all day long, but nope. We're not going to do that. As you see the 2 Kernows behind them, waiting to pound anything to go wrong. One of them's gone off. Commentator's curse is the finest there. I don't know if that wasn't Chiranko now. Down the inside. What a move he's made. That, no, he's gone wide. He hasn't made it work. He cut the corner.
Yep, he hasn't made it work at all. And now Will Giancarlo's waiting for his chance. Yeah, he's right on the back of there. The Kernows were together. What happened to Marky Wicks? I don't know what happened. He might have lost it on his own. Could have hit... I wasn't quite watching there, but there's so much action going on in this first race. Issue, apparently. Hackerson's down to 11th. What's happened there? He might have missed a timing beam. Could have missed the timing beam, or he could have gone off. No, I think he has gone off. I'm going to try and get a replay here.
Oh, he's gone completely. Where's he gone? I think he's disconnected. He has disconnected.
Oh no, that disconnect for Ben Hatterson. That is tragic. After the pole position.
That is a shame.
After the pole position, Chris Shepard's just had essentially the lead handed to him there. I don't mean to put it so bluntly, but
gap as well.
I don't mean to put it so bluntly, but it's true. And he is building a gap to David Junt and Eric Strana behind him. Strana now trying to have a crack at Junt for second there. Of course, the championship lead. Oh, and he's crying out how he's poking his car down the inside, trying to jostle.
Hey, wake up.
He's trying to poke. Ben Haxon's just poked us there. He has disconnected, which is a tragic shame. That was so unfortunate. But Eric Strana's through into second place now. David Junt, I think that was a bit of a light flash from the Austrian there. So the Swiss, I don't know. I don't even know my nationalities anymore.
He's Swiss. You could argue Eric Strana was making an ambitious move, but Dundu couldn't. He was turning into him slightly, so there's no need for the flashing, really.
Yeah, apologies to David for calling him an Austrian there. I'm getting you confused with Kevin Siggy. I don't even know my nationalities. I know what I should be shot on the spot, seriously.
Well, I wouldn't have got that far, Josh.
I know, Chris Shepard still leads this race as we're coming into a quarter race distance, I believe. So things are still very frenetic and frantic. Things haven't quite calmed down yet. Let's have a look at Algon today in 9th place. He's having a decent race. He's racing his own race. He's got a big gap between people, and he's trying to close the gap on Bart DeVos in front of him for 8th place, and I think he's doing that quite well, actually. DeVos in the front-wheel drive YTF1 car, of course, standing in for Matthew Alton, who got a podium in ITC, so Alton quite talented, he's alright, but not racing today as DeVos, gets a bit squirrely, I think, into that corner today. Is going to want to take advantage of that, try and close the gap. Gets the tail out on his own. A bit of his own. It's very, very difficult to adapt to a new circuit, of course, but it's provided with some fantastic racing so far. As we'll go back to the battle for 2nd place. This is all going to help Chris Shepard, this fighting. As Strana defends from Junt and Junt defends from Richards, and all this on-track action goes on, it's only going to help Shepard because he's going to increase his gap.
Well, the gap. Chris Shepard's actually lost time. He got a 2.1 second gap last lap, and it's already down to 1.4. So I would imagine Strana is going to start catching.
Richards here down the inside. What a move! He's made that work even before they even get to the middle of the corner. Richards up to P3, back where he was before, and well, John is going to have to work to get that place back now.
He will do. Matt Richards is a very stern driver. He will not let you pass under any circumstance. So good luck with that one.
Very, very good defensive driver. You know, he's won so many races this season. He knows what to do when he's in the lead, and he knows how to get the lead. He's just.
Tadej spun.
Tadej spun. That's not good. Let's try and find out where he is.
There's an issue for Jack Mayer as well.
Yes,
so.
I've just seen him actually. He's just.
Hang on, we've got it. Gone wide as
Jack
well.
Mayer's gone off. Yeah.
So what is going on here? Everyone just seems to. This deserves a replay.
Yeah, I'm going to see what goes on with Mayer here. I'm going to see with Jack Mayer's in the water car. He goes down the inside, but he overshoots the corner. That's what happened. He overshot it and then had to give the places back. So that's why Mayer may all if it's.
That incident literally caused a domino effect as about 3 cars followed them into the grass. So
yeah, it's not easy. As I think we're going to battle for 9th here, very close to the timing beams. Varano Muru and Jeffrey Fournier for 10th place. Fournier looks like he's closing up the Frenchman, but Varano Muru could. I think he's probably going to. This is going to be an interesting fight if Fournier can catch up for 10th. Well, it's the battle for 9th. Fournier in 10th. It gets very close there.
Fournier late on the brake.
Very late on the brakes, trying to close the gap. Mind yourself, please, Jeffrey. We don't want any antics on track. As we'll see if he can take the place. Let's keep watching this because, well, there's so many battles on track. It's almost unbelievable. In fact, just up the road, I think there's a battle for 7th. Yep, there is. Olsen! Wow, he's flipped it. Olsen has gone over completely. Wow, and he's hit some. I think he's hitting invisible. I think he's out. He's got to be out after that. I know he's flipped it over.
Yeah,
he's flipped it over. He's in the gravel. Now he's out. Surely.
He must be.
He must be out after that. But he flipped it over completely.
He's staying in the gravel. I don't.
Yeah, he's staying in the gravel. Complete 180-degree flip over. I don't know whether I can get a replay of that now, but my word, that caught us by surprise.
That was that's a dramatic exit if I've seen one. I wouldn't advise doing that. It will ruin your race. So
yeah, flipping cars is not recommended here at GPVWC.
No, I mean, it's unfortunate. The curbs can catch you out. I believe there's a couple here that can roll you over if you catch them too much. So it's something to be aware of.
Especially in our fact too, the sausage curbs are evil in that from my own personal experience of rolling
Everything's
Honda
evil in
Civics
our
and then
factor
receiving very, very large repair bills afterwards.
Yeah,
As we
R2 is just evil.
take another look at David Junt back in 4th place for Aurora Motorsports. The Swiss driver got it right this time, chasing Matt Richards for P3 as he was before, and that much hasn't changed. Let's go on board with Junt actually, because well, onboard cameras are fantastic, aren't they? See, there's a nice little left, right, left, right section here. Not too. Very reminiscent of the Singapore Sling at the old Singapore configuration before they decided to get rid of it.
I would agree. It is quite a similar corner. It's a very challenging corner, actually. It's
bit of a challenge for the drivers. Keep them on their toes. Oh no! See,
we got a bit of a twitch.
Talking of keeping yourself on your toes, David Davidian having to wrestle that BMW into shape as he crosses the line. Still P4. Got a healthy gap to Sven de Vries behind him, his teammate. So you know that's all well and good.
This
Very
is one
good
of the
to see
curves
that.
can catch you out.
Yeah, so just coming up to half race distance. I think this is going to be lap 10 coming up, or lap 9 coming up.
Lap
it
9.
says there's 12 to go, I think, here on this timing widget we have. Chris Shepard still,
the race, mate.
yeah, Chris Shepard still leads the race, and well, he's getting comfortable there, isn't he, in the lead?
Yeah, he seems to just be able to hold that gap to Extra. It's been at 1.4, 1.5 for pretty much the last 6 laps. So, not 6 laps, 5 laps.
Yeah,
Atkinson
if we
had his
may, we're going to
issue.
go down to 19th now as we look at Joel Pereira there. Just it looked a pretty close fight. Pereira trundling around.
He's got door damage. He's had contact with someone.
Yeah, he's dirty. I think he's pretty much running his own race here in the Apex Racing driver. You know, he's kind of the me of this race, you know, just running around at the back, running his own race, minding his own business and enjoying himself what he does.
That's what kind of happens sometimes, isn't it? That people and drivers just end up being separated.
Yeah. Oh, hang on a minute. I think that is the other Measure-It car there. There's a Measure-It car with no rear wing.
Is that Jeff Mead by any chance?
Yeah, I think it is Jeff Mead. Yeah, Jeff Mead has no rear wing. I think he's, where is he? He's 20th?
24th at the moment.
24th,
so what's
yeah, I'm just trying to find that. Yeah. Jeff
Has he
Mead
been
has no rear
rear-ended?
wing. By the regulations, I think he's got to come in and replace that, but I don't think it matters as much in ITC. But he's going to lose a lot of rear downforce, and that's going to make that Volvo very slippery.
He's kind of lucky it's actually front wheel drive in a way, because it kind of lowers the issue. If it was a BMW,
does,
for
'cause
example, it
everybody
would be
knows
all
that-
over the place.
Everybody knows to correct oversteer in a front wheel drive, you just floor it.
Yeah, literally, you just power out of it. So I don't believe it's in regulation, but I think he should be fine with that.
He should be. I think it's more career ladder. You have to pit to replace your front and rear wings. It's not as
Yeah.
important in ITC where there's a lot less downforce and more
gonna check
mechanical grip. Mechanical grip's what you're aiming for really, because it's all your car's gonna get.
Yep.
So
that's a bizarre issue. I wonder if he spun it or he got.
he could have got
hit in the
punted or he
rear.
could have spun it. It doesn't look like he's got rear damage, so he might have just clipped something.
I'll go
But
to
that
those
is
around in the
bizarre.
lap again.
That is a bit of a bizarre.
Oh, triple 20 cars have come together
Have they? Wow, where's that? I'm gonna try and find that now.
in a little chicane. Tedesco spun, and then Saranku just went straight into him.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the place where they are. I don't have them on the standings at the moment. Yeah, I'm going to try and get a replay. I found Chirangu. So let's go into the chicane. Yeah, Chirangu appeared to got a bit of lag, and then, yeah, he seemed to lag out quite a bit there. He's gone into the garage according to this, but must have come together. I didn't see that. Good spot, Ben. Sorry, Ben.
Yeah,
No, I mean
not
Stefan.
Ben.
God!
D-
Please,
Do
someone
I just
shoot me.
leave now, or Josh, come on, man, we're working together.
I know, I'm useless. I really am. I'm not used to this lead comes malarkey. I think there's 10 laps to go in the race now anyway, so...
Yes. No,
let's-
9.
9, now. See, it's a lap ahead of itself. So, let's have a look at the standings as they stand then. Chris Shepard leads the race still, ahead of Eric Strauner now, who's found his way into second. So, we missed that, but the championship leader has found himself in second place as he's... Look at that, he's cocking that left rear wheel again.
5 laps.
Yeah, he's cocking that left rear wheel again. He's absolutely going hell for leather on this track. Matt Richards, 3rd place. He's followed by David Junt in 4th, and then Sven de Vries in 5th, and then Kevin Siggy, and then Bart de Vos, and then Jeffrey Frohn and his teammates. So Epic having a good race meeting out there so far. And then it's Thomas Hintz in 9th, so he is going to be getting a top 10 at this race, and Varano rounds out the top 10. Let's focus on Thomas Hintz because he's having a good race. He is having a good race.
It is very strong. Like we said in qualifying, he's kind of gained a good boost of confidence. He seems to just be able to control the car better than he did prior. He's been very good, very consistent. I think that's one of the things we can say about Hinze. He's just scored points when he needs to. He's just scored, and that's good to see.
He's just very much kept calm and carried on, as the British say. You know, he's ran his own season really, and he's had some good battles on the track, and in that Ford Focus, he has been very, very solid. He has been solid. I will give him that. You know, he's impressed, definitely. As just trying to look for some interesting battles on here. Of course, it's at this point that, you know, usually in the broadcast we'd have Simon Smith giving you all the goods and, you know, giving full vent to the action, but unfortunately you've got little old Geordie me doing it instead. So, you know, hopefully Simon Smith will be back for the next round, and we'll have service as normal, so to speak, and less Geordieisms on the broadcasters. Oh dear, Bricalo there. That has not gone well for him. I think he overshot the corner and he's lost position there. He has lost 12th. He's lost 11th place to Lewis McGlade, who's worked his way up very well back into the points.
A very good job
From that problem he had first lap, he's got back into the points. Going to shoot for top 10, I'd say. He will be shooting for a top 10. You can see the cars ahead of him. A top 10 from last would be very impressive.
It would, considering he did it so early on in the race. He was 27th at one point, so no, he's quick. I would imagine we've got 7. Oh, the lap count always confuses me. We've got 7 laps to go. I would.
Oh, hang on, we've got a YTF1 pulling over at the side there. Probably a bit of lag. Just trying to let the that's the boss probably just letting the leaders through. And speaking of YTF1s, Hinze is right behind Jeffrey Fournier, going to challenge for 7th, and he's got Mover behind him. So we've got a 3-way scrap.
That's a bizarre one from DeVos, actually. He wasn't letting leaders through, he was just letting... What's he done there, then?
Maybe he could have gone off.
Yeah, he has lagged. He's lagged.
He's lagged a bit, so it's a problem we've seen from several people there. That is a very nice looking car, that YTF1 on the side. We've got lots of beautiful liveries on the grid, and the YTF1 just one of them.
It's a very nice looking grid, I have to agree. Although Strand is now catching Shepherd, just caught my eye. The gap's gone down by 2
Oh, good shout he is. And Richard's on the back of Strana. So we could see, again, another 3-way scrap. It's becoming commonplace here on ITC as Richards tries to inch closer to the championship leader, but oh, it's no dice here, unfortunately. Nope. Gonna have to wait his turn. And the flurry of pink, white, reds, green, and all the colours of the rainbow that consider themselves to be the top 3 charge around these corners. 6 laps to go, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep, 6 to go, and of course it puts itself one ahead. As Strana mounting the curbs nicely there, as everyone else seems to have done, and well, Tobias Olsen to his own detriment, ending up rolling it as we saw, which was a very exciting moment and probably very scary for the Finn. But Shepard's still leading, but Strana getting very close.
He's looking close, he is.
Getting very close indeed. Could we see a move soon? I think we might. I think we might see a move very soon as we have a look at this alternate onboard from Strana.
I think it's going to make this interesting as well.
On the side of the car, yep, backmarkers, beware. We have backmarkers indeed. I think that's Jeff Maid is one of them. So he's going to have to...
Could catch him in an awkward place here as well.
He's going to have to get himself out of the way. Tyrone Frith, that'll be. Gets himself out of the way nicely. Good backmarkership from him. And it's Jeff Maid's turn now. Get out of the way of the top 3, please. As we watch Chris Shepard in P1 do what he does best. Oh, contact. A bit of a love nudge there from Strana to Chris Shepard, so... No,
I wouldn't discount Matt Richards from this.
I wouldn't discount Richards either, mate. He's my driver, but that's... Of course I wouldn't discount him, but that means nothing, really. He's looking very close, and... Oh! Look at this! Strana practically pushing Shepard around the corner. He wants that win, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he wants this win very much. So is Shepard. Oh, Shepard feeling the pressure. He's gone off there. Strana. Now when Jeff Mays. Just gets out the way there. Very well done from him. Very lucky to avoid a collision there. Richards waiting for an incident to happen between these two, and they're going nose to tail. They are punting each other like 2 wrestlers in a wrestling ring, these two, having bites and digs at each other. This is what ITC is all about. This whole brilliant racing that we see as we go to the back camera here, of just to show you how close it is. Look at the back of Chris Shepard's car here. We come on to lap 4 to go. It'll be lap 16 as Richards having a go at Strana down into turn 1. He's got it.
He's got it. He's held it.
He's held it. Now he has a perfect run on the Shepard. It's a perfect run on the Chris Shepard for turn 2, but watch this. Eric Strana could have it here in the chicane, could get the position straight back. No! Very defensive from Richards. Takes a nice line at the defensive position well. And he's pretty much saying to Extrana, look, mate, you're the championship leader, but if you want this place, you're going to have to wait for it.
That was an incredible move. That's a very difficult place to overtake. Matt Richards has generally been quite good on the brakes, but so is Eric. This is kind of... Yeah, that was very well defended as well. Coming out of the... he defended that cutback brilliantly. Strand did get a run, but he couldn't put it in the position he wanted to put it in as... Oh, who's gonna take it?
I think this is going to be a last corner of the last lap affair. Look at this, David Yunt sticking his nose in. David Yunt is sticking his nose in, saying, hey, I'm waiting for you to mess up, and when you do, I'll be here to pounce like a shark on some very nice tender spare ribs. As we go with 3 to go, I believe this will be the 3rd to last lap. Shepherd still leads from Richards, but the gap is 0.2 of a second. Doesn't quite get the move. Oh, Richards trying at the last minute to get that move done. Doesn't have the same look though. You want to get a good as run as possible. Strana's going to have a perfect toe into this last corner. Maybe he can make the move stick this time. But Richards, will he go inside? Yes, he is. He's going for it. Trying to go for it.
He's putting his nose in.
Yep, putting his nose in, trying to defend from Strana at the same time. David Young just sitting there, waiting his turn, waiting to see if there's an incident. And then Richards here, trying to find a way through, but Chris Shepard's... John, no, he's gone off. Maybe he pushed too hard for that win there. Maybe he just got a bit too ambitious, and now he finds himself... I don't know whether he's lost any places overall from that, but no he hasn't. He's just gone off. So he's going to have that work to do again. That's going to relieve the pressure on the top 3, though, as Strana hassles Richards, who's hassling Shepard. It's still the top 3 having a crack at it.
The issue with that Matt Richards has here is that he wants to attack, but at the same time, if you take an attacking line, you're off the defensive line. Ultimately, if I was any one of these 3 drivers with pace, I would want to be in either Strand's or Shepard's position. But Matt is in a really awkward place right now because he's attacking and defending. It's an incredibly difficult job to do.
It is, and he's got it all to do. Ooh, bit of a love nudge there to Shepard. Nothing big, though. It's rubbing and racing, as we see in ICC. As we come into the first corner, I said first corner, the first proper left-hand long corner one more time as we see a back marker approaching, and a bit of a dab with the brakes from Shepard there. And it has been an action-packed race. The top 3 separated by just over half a second so far, so it is not much in it, and anything could still happen.
It's just Dundee has caught back up again. The fact that these 3 are fighting quite hard really has kind of helped. I've just realised I've called him Dundu on broadcast.
I'm sure he doesn't mind David Jones.
No, he really doesn't like the name. So
yeah,
David Junt is caught back up in 4th. So
there we go. Scotty Moore getting off the way
doing a good
nicely.
job getting out of the way. Oh, that was close, but very good job there.
As well. Oh, Richard seems to have dropped a bit of pace, but he's just going to snatch it right back again. As I do believe we are coming onto penultimate lap. Is this, or is this the last one? I think this is the last lap.
No, you've got 2 more to go, mate.
Yep, we have 2 more. It says 2 more on the counter, lap 18. So the lap counter was right all along. There we go, as Matt Richards has another crack at it. The lap counter was right all along. I thought it was. There are 2 to go, and Shepard still leads. I want to take a break and look at another fight, but I don't. If I leave my eyes off this for a second, I guarantee you there will be a massive incident.
Do a quick scan of the grid.
Yeah, let's do a quick scan. Fournier and Hint having a fight for 7th, it looks like, yeah. We'll quickly drop to, yeah, they've got quite close together.
Fournier, yeah, they're looking pretty racy. You've also got...
They are, yeah. I'm just going to go back to the front here because just to be sure.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, this is the fight we want to be seeing, the top 3.
This is the closest
bit. Shepard, oh, they're all going a bit racy over there in the top 4. David John goes a bit wide, and, well, David rather. And, oh, Chris Shepard, you see, he's just holding this line so well.
He is. He apart from about a few laps ago when he got a tiny bit wide, ultimately he's been very resilient. I mean, having Matt Richards...
Bit more of a punt. Now down the inside! Doesn't quite do it, but puts himself in a position to...
Now in a start position here, he can very much take advantage of that.
It is, as we're on to the last lap now. Shepard's got it all to do. Matt Richards flashes his lights. I think he probably thought he had the right to take the position there, but it would have been a bit of an argy-bargy controversial move if he'd made it. Now he's down to 3rd, Strana's to 2nd, and Chris Shepard's going to be breathing a sigh of relief, but not for long, because now he's got the championship leader behind him. Strana!
Oh my gosh.
Pushing around the first turn. You can see how much they all want it. David Young is caught right up to the back of them all. So if there is a mistake, he'll be there just waiting for it to happen. He'll be begging with him to mess up. He'll want that win just as much as that. Now another punt from Strana.
Temperature's rising. Dundu getting very close to the back.
Oh,
of
Strana on the
Richard.
outside trying to make it work. Doesn't. No, there's no room in the inn this time around. As Shepard cannot mess this up now. He's got a lead to defend. It's going to be so close. This race ending. I'm almost out of breath here. It's been that close. And no, he's gone. He's lost it at the last moment. The pressure got to him. He's cracked at the final hurdle. Matt Richards is going to want to pressure Eric Strana as much as he can, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I thought he's having a go, bless his heart, but it isn't going to be. As we come around the last corner now, it is going to be Eric Strana, after an action-packed race, who takes the first ever win at the Autodromo Riccardo Paletti. What a fantastic way to do it as well. Matt Richards second. David Young grabs a podium in the end of it all. And, well, Chris Shepard, wow. At the end, he had the lead, he held the lead, but he finishes fourth. He finishes in fourth because of his own fault, ultimately, which is what it was.
Well, he decided to take the curve a bit too much just to try and gain a tiny bit more
Sven de
time.
Vries will finish 5th place, Kevin Ziggy 6th, and I didn't quite catch the rest of the standings, but Lewis McGlade's fought his way back up to 10th there. Valiant effort from McGlade. What a result for him. He'll be pleased with that. He will be pleased.
That was a good recovery drive considering his situation. He'll be happy with that. I mean, well, he won't be, but he will be, if you get what I mean. He won't be happy with where he's ended up, but he'll be happy with how he's recovered that.
Yeah, Thomas Hintz 8th, Alexander Varano 13th, Patel 14th, and Sharangu rounds out the points in P15. And, well, that was a corker, wasn't it? That was an absolutely cracking race.
It was a brilliant, action-packed. It's pretty much what we expected to happen. A few incidents that, maybe were avoidable, but ultimately that's racing. Shepard deciding to take a bit more cover than really was necessary, to be honest. He just hold the line and you won it, frankly, because he'd done that for the last 10 laps of the race. But, Eric Stram put him under pressure and it worked. And I need a toilet break.
He did put him under the pressure, and ultimately the pressure got to Shepard, unfortunately, in the end. But Alexander Varano happy with points. Matt Richards had a bit of a problem, but he thought 19 was last time. Got second in the end. So very good from him. Very close to Strana. But the sentiments have to go to Chris Shepard, really. And Ben Hackerson as well, who disconnected so early into the race. Could have been a contender for the win if he hadn't. And now he has to probably start race 2 from the back, which is going to make everything very, very bad for him. We've seen it a few times happen this year that drivers are disconnected from the lead, especially. It's kind of it's heartbreaking in a way, but it is. It would have been interesting to see what Hackerson would have done there. It's kind of sad. I'm just gonna go to the toilet quickly. Well, fair enough. Just excuse yourself there. He's a very, very, very disappointing race for Ben Hackerson. Of course, we can't forget that. Almost had it. He got the pole. He got a good start, but then no, he disconnected. So that has not helped him at all. He's gonna have to start from the back, I think, in race 2, which will be coming up very soon, by the way. But what an action-packed race we had, and if that is anything to go by, to race 2 and 3, things get even more racy, so expect more on-track action in those 2 races. But wow, indeed, what a way to make it. The Autodromo Riccardo Paletti, what a way to put it on the calendar. First race we have here, the championship leader wins it, and in style too. Taking the lead in the very late stages of the race to end up winning it. So we just reload the server now for race 2, and it's going to be 20 more laps of frenetic action, I think, again. It's going to be more of the same as we saw before, hopefully. Some fantastic racing again. And, well, if you'd like to get in touch with us and have your own comments on the race so far, you can get in touch with us on Twitter at GPVWC, or use the hashtag GPVWC or hashtag ITC hashtags. And I'll try and keep an eye on the Twitter, see if anyone's... I don't have the GPVWC Twitter account credentials as such, but you can also tweet my own personal Twitter account at Joshams_Cosmo. If you want to get in touch with the race proceedings, you can hit us up on my own personal Twitter account, and I'll try and get some tweets going on the broadcast. So we're just in warm-up now for race 2. It'll be the race 1 grid that is decided by race 2 as ever. So it will be Eric Strana from Matt Richards, from David Jump, from Chris Shepherd, from Sven de Vries. Ben Hackison will start very, very, very far down the order. And that won't benefit him at all. But yeah, I'd like to hear your comments on race 1. How good was it? Are you looking forward to races 2 and 3? Do feel free to hit us up at the Twitter accounts that I've specified.
Please do.
Yep, and we have a Stefan back. So Stefan's obviously given his opinions on things, and well, they were very nice opinions indeed. How was the race? Should we just let's sum up the race from Stefan's point of view. How did you find it as a commentator?
Turn 1 and 2 was surprisingly clean. You know, it was something I wasn't expecting. I was expecting turn 1 to be an absolute nightmare. That hasn't been the case. So good job everyone there. But ultimately, it was just an entertaining race. I mean, there was battles going on up and down the grid, and I think the track promotes it quite well. Unfortunately for Hackison, there's not much you can really do with a disconnection. It's kind of tragic in a way. And then we had the battle for the top, probably I'd say 4. So yeah, it was a good start to the use of this track. So just looking forward to race 2 and 3 now.
Yep, hopefully we'll have more of the same as well. Standings wise, that's only going to increase Eric Strana's lead over the championship, isn't it? I don't think he can take it at this event nor the next one, but he's getting very close to securing the title. He is, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Eric Strand's starting to get his hands around this title now.
He's got one hand on the trophy and the other hand punching the others away from it, so to speak.
So to speak, yeah. He's been very good this season. Generally in GPV, he's been very quick. So
he's fantastic. He's brilliant this season, and well, hopefully race 2 will see more of the same of race 1. Going into race 2, as we've seen from race 1, did anyone surprise you?
Anyone surprise me? I feel like Shepherd. Well, Shepherd was. I know Shepherd's quick, but Shepherd surprised me with how well he kept the pressure. You know, when you've got 3 cars behind you, pretty much pushing for the win, it's very difficult to keep you cool. Up until the last lap, he did a very good job to keep him behind. So that was a nice surprise to see. I think Lewis McGlade's fight back was a bit of a surprise. I'm perfectly honest. We've seen it is difficult to make a move round here if the driver in front holds a good line. So, you know, 27th to 10th. That's some going, that is. Yeah,
the pressure is very easy to fall the pressure, and to borrow a phrase from another sport, to paraphrase it slightly and gobble it into a more intelligible context. When you have the pressure on like that, you have to race the track, not the drivers, don't you?
Oh yeah, exactly. That's just perfect way to describe.
You have to race you have to just completely forget they're there. You have to race the track. You can't race the drivers. You have to concentrate and make sure you put lap after lap after lap in, and you just can't mess up, otherwise they will be there and they will pounce.
Oh, they will. Eric Strand proved that perfectly on Shepherd. So the pressure he put on Shepherd was about as close and as much as you'd want to see. Frankly, he was on the bumper. He was on his rear bumper for the last 2 laps of the race, practically. So yeah.
Yep. Under so much pressure, Queen and David Bowie would be rolling in the graves over it.
Oh wow. Josh, please.
I know. Except David Bowie and Queen. Well, Freddie Mercury's dead. David Bowie's not dead, which is a good thing, because he's a very nice person.
Well, we played that card, haven't we?
Yeah, Bowie's not dead yet. Still puts out some very good music, so, you know, hashtag Bowie Plus.
Anyway, race 2, before this gets weird.
Yeah, let's talk about race 2. Let's not talk about artists anymore.
Or dead artists.
Yeah, or alive artists even, or any artists.
Anyway.
Yeah, this is not the time to be discussing the divine art. As, yeah, we're just coming up to 20 seconds to go with this warm-up. Race 2 will be here very, very soon.
Eric Strand on pole, so kind of imagine if he continues his pace from race 1, you'd probably say he's favourite to take race 2, although he's got a very racy Matt Richards behind him.
could go either way. He could do the triple theoretically, but then he's got a lot of problems come race 3. As we've just ticked over to the end of warm-up now, and I do believe it's going to be a case of waiting for race director Chris Williamson once again, who does a fantastic job day in, day out of every single series we have at GPVWC. So major props and a massive shout out to Chris.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't be able to run these races if Chris wasn't around, so...
Nope, he is one of the main men, and he deserves the credit that he gets. And of course, we're giving him more credit, which he deserves just as much.
Chris, we're going to send you some flowers, bro.
Yeah, flowers and cookies for Chris Williamson, yeah. Hashtag cookies for Chris. Get it trending, guys. Come on.
Oh, we're going to get a slap for saying that. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be so banned after this.
I would... Well, yeah.
Yeah, you'll never see us on another ITC broadcast again. Already GPV broadcast. This is probably my last one. Should I go on a controversial note, or should I keep just... No, I'll stop now.
You brought Freddie Mercury into it, haven't you?
I've brought Freddie Mercury into it. I should stop as we wait for our Factor Man now.
Not many people have managed that this year, Josh.
Yeah. We wait for our Factor Man, who probably isn't Freddie Mercury, to take care of the proceedings and give us the good old-fashioned, very shouty chant.
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
And with that, we are ready for another 20 laps of fun, drama. I don't know what it's going to be. Nobody knows. That's the fun of it. We never know until we get started.
Keeping us guessing.
Yep, as is always the good thing to do. Just keep them guessing. You're never certain. You never know what's going to happen in ITC because it's just that unpredictable. So,
and we've got 3 races of it, so...
We've got 3 races, of course. This isn't just a 2-race affair. Oh, no. You're getting a very much a 3rd race. And that's where things really start to get hilarious. I think Matt Richards has gone off the track and on again, and now he's back on. So maybe just making a last-minute setup adjustment there, or fuel adjustment.
Fuel, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to run out of fuel. That would be. We've seen that a couple of times this season. You don't want to be doing that.
I definitely didn't have to pit for fuel in Indonesia.
Yep, definitely didn't. So away we go, and it is just essentially the grid from race 2 on race 1 this time. So we find it's Eric Strana on pole ahead of Matt Richards. And he is ahead of David Junt, ahead of Chris Shepard, who was so unlucky to not get the win last time out, ahead of De Vries, ahead of Siggy, ahead of Fournier, ahead of Hinz, ahead of Muru. Then it's McGlade in 10th.
In 11th, we have Bart DeVos for YDF1. In 12th, we had Ilja Bacallo for Canoe Motorsport. In 13th, we've got Alexander van der Wood, whose name I struggle to say
Van der
sometimes.
Woude, I think it is.
Van der Woude, sorry Alexander. For Enterprise GP. In 14th, we had Gerard Battal for Zederick Racing. In 15th, we have Daniel Saranku for Triple 20. He was a former Enterprise driver. In 16th, we have Mark Wicks for Kerner Motorsport, not Motorsport Sport. In 17th, we have Argo Tadea for Triple 20. In 18th, we have Joel Pereira for Apex Racing. 19th, Andreas Pestovs for Zederick Racing. And in 20th, for your own team, Josh, Cosmo Autosport.
Yep, Scotty Moore 21st for Apex Racing, and then he's followed by Jack May, 22nd Waters Automotive. Jeff May, 23rd for Meserick Racing, he's followed by Tyrone Frith in P24 for TTF, and then it's Wesley Morris, 25th for Waters Automotive. Tobias Olsen back on the grid in probably a brand new Lexus after he rolled the first one in 26th, and Ben Hackerson, the pole man, is now in last. Unfortunately, after that disconnection, he starts from all the way back in last place, P27. So you've already said that Eric Strana could be a favourite for the race win. I am going to hedge my bets. I'm going to say David Junt myself. I'm going to throw a bit of an oddball there, as I'm entitled to do. I think David Junt, if he composes himself, keeps that BMW in check, he could have a win on his hands. If Strana and Richards have coming to, which hopefully won't happen, but it could. It could.
Well, he got a monster start in race 1, so I wouldn't put it past him. Just lost. Have we just lost Josh Anderson?
Oh yes, sorry, I'll beat my mic there. You have lost us. We got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights for the second time asking. We are away, and that's a good start from both the front 2. It looks like a better stop. Yep, look at Junt.
There you go.
David Junt, wow, go on into first place before you even get to turn 1. Yeah, forget just getting the lead when he go into turn 1. He was wanting to go in before. And look at this, De Vries up into second. Lewis McGlade will be crapping himself with glory. Oh my God, I've just sworn on broadcast. Sorry, everyone. I've done it again. I'm going to get fired. But look, it is, in fact, an Aurora Motorsports 1-2. It's a 1-2 for Aurora as they come into the next turn. It is Junt from De Vries from Strana, from Richards is the
issues
top
at the
4.
back.
And we got issues at the back. I'm going to jump to 25th there just to
Already
see.
it's just sorted itself out, but things are getting
well.
a bit leery.
Yeah, things getting a bit leery. Olsen hasn't really made much headway. Oh, we do have
Oh,
problems.
just
Oh,
crossed
that's Sam Jones. Having at the back. Yep, Sam Jones has had a bit of a leery moment. I'm going to try and see if I can get a replay of that
believe he was
from
hit off,
27th.
so
Let's see if I can get a replay.
Also got a Waters Motorsport, a Waters Automotive car of Wesley Morris now out.
Yep, Sam
down
Jones.
in
Let's see what
26th.
happened there. Coming into the corner, yeah, he hit the brakes. Oh, he got absolutely speared into oblivion there by one of the Wouters cars. I'm not entirely sure which one that was.
I believe it was Wesley Morris.
Wesley
'cause
Morris
he's dropped down as
absolutely
well.
spearing Sam Jones there. That wasn't very good, was it, Wesley? That's going to be looked after by the DC for certain. But as it stands, it is Sven de Vries and David Young still in an Aurora 1-2 as we go on to lap 2. So what a start from the team.
That was well, we said ITC can be unpredictable. We weren't expecting that. That's a very good
A
start.
perfect start from Lewis McLeod's
Aurora,
team. And,
yeah.
well, as I said, he will be soiling himself with glory, using a slightly nicer word that time. Again, I do apologise for that, but I think we're post-watershed now, aren't we?
Josh, don't worry. Simon said worse, but you know.
He does. But we love him for it, don't we?
We love him for it.
Eric Strana lining up both Auroras now. Wants that second win, but both the BMs aren't going to make life easy for him. Both talented drivers, Yunt and De Vries. Sven, of course, a talented driver from my own admission. You know, he's fantastic. I've had a couple of coming-togethers with him, admittedly, but he is a fantastic guy, really, and, well, great to race with, great to know. And David Young, of course, the resident Swiss sim racer extraordinaire, is leading it very much as we go into lap 3. Sets the fastest lap to boot. Kevin Siggy now Chris Shepard sets the fastest, so don't count him out just yet. He might not be in first, but he's definitely... Now Hackerson's got the fastest lap. So he's down in 16th. We're going to jump to him. And he's having... Oh, we got another off. I think that's Muru or Frith. It could be
Yeah,
either.
that's Muru for TF.
Yeah, Muru's gone off, and now Mark Wicks found himself under pressure from Ben Hackerson, who got pole. The pole sitter from race 1, down in 16th, could get points. And I think he's going to be hungry for them after that disconnect. He's going to be very hungry for them indeed. As we go back to first place, and David Young getting 2 wheels up. As is the norm here at Riccardo Paletti, it seems. Everyone wants to get 2 wheels up in the air like they just do not care. This is the word as the rhyming goes. I'm electric. I am on fire today.
You are on fire tonight, Josh. Don't lie.
Someone call the fire brigade. Eric Strana in 3rd place, having sneaky little bites at both of them. Wants that win, but he's not in a position to get it yet. Very early goings in this race, and Matt Richards sitting there waiting for his chance to strike. Of course, Strana and Richards both have weight, but Junt has a lot less, and I don't think De Vries has any.
De Vries is 9.
Yep, so the Auroras have the weight.
27.
The Auroras have the weight advantage over the 2 front-wheel drive cars behind them. That's going to be helping massively. And I'm looking to see if there's any other fights down there. I think, yep, we got an interesting one for 15th, I think, still. Rauno Muru having a go at Hackerson, who's made his way up to 14th.
Yeah,
and Hackerson up into 14th into the points, and Muru wants to go at him. And Mark Wicks in the Kernow spot there, waiting for his turn, as people have to do in ITC.
Yeah, it's Hackerson is not hanging around. He is really making the most of this comeback. He came from last to 14th, and it's only been 3 laps.
It has, yeah. He's been a fantastic comeback, and I'd keep an eye on him. I'd tout a top 10 for him personally, top 10 at least. And then, of course, we have the reverse grid in race 3. Oh, he's gone off, Hackerson, I think, and that's going to let Muru in with a chance at the position, and I think he's not going to get it this time around. He'll have to wait.
Hackerson's probably going to keep it. He's got the inside line.
Oh, contact! And they both slide, and now Wicks is going to have a go. Mark Wicks is going to have a go. He's going to have a crack at this thing, and thank you very much. I'm going to have a shot at that place. And Bart DeVos has just gone fastest.
Oh, the Auroras are getting close. What's going on here?
Let's have a look, indeed.
What's going on?
Oh, it's Strana having a crack, and De Vries pushing his own teammate around the corner, and Eric Strana past De Vries has the inside into the next corner. Sorry about that, Stefan. Has the inside into the next turn, but now he's being blocked off And De Vries wants to get that place back. He's got the inside coming into this
Wow,
corner.
he held that well.
And he held that very well, did Eric Strana. Still in the lead, but they're too wide. Still, but Strana looks like he's got it. And now David Junt is the next target on his hit list.
That was good driving from both of them. Good respect.
Oh,
Bit of
Richards goes a bit
badge,
wide.
but-
Richards under attack. Oh, no.
Oh, who's that behind? That's Shepherd gone again.
Shepard clouts the back of Richards and thinks and loses it. Car
Some
got a bit
risky
loose.
positions here.
Yeah, Shepard's car got a bit loose there, and
Careful, Shepherd. Hincy's there.
yeah, oh, we're going to want to watch this. Thomas Hince does not want to be clouted. He's in a good position now, but oh, now we're going to triple 20, smashing into the lot, and that's Chirango, I think. So Shepard clouts into the back of Richards, loses place, and now under attack from an Aussie. Under
Well,
attack from
what a
Hinsey as he tries to, as he would do, stick it down the inside as we go into turn, the proper turn, left, right, complex. I don't know what I'm talking about, but Hackerson gets a past his lap as doesn't work for Hinsey, unfortunately, loses
it's
ground.
DeVos, not Hincy. Sorry, it's DeVos, not
It's,
Hincy.
it's not even Thomas Hince, it's Bart DeVos. Jesus Christ, getting my YTF1s mixed up. But that was Stefan that time, it wasn't me.
Mate, come at me, bro. But yeah, you know, that was close. Chris Shepherd really cool now. Race one
Indeed.
probably has dented his confidence slightly.
They might have damaged his car as well, not just his confidence. As well, we'll go back to the front. David Jones still doing the sterling job out there. Eric Strada though tries to throw it around the outside, but there is no room at the end. There is no room in the proverbial end. This time with Strada having it. Oh, punch! Oh, no, that's not gone.
David, you can't cut across like that.
Oh, he got a bit of a punch from Strada. That loosened the back end and almost clipped his own teammate. Luckily, there was nothing going wrong there. But Strada, I think, has gained second back from De Vries now. And he's very lucky to still be leading as David Young held that brilliantly.
That was, that's why he's leading this race at the moment. It's,
Very lucky as Strana nearly
Richards
has a
and
goal.
Siggy getting close.
Strana nearly has a goal to De Vries, but no dice again. And Richards, oh, having a bit of a do with an enterprise there. Almost shoving him off the track, I'd say. Kevin Siggy there.
Oh, bit of a tap.
Almost shoving him off the track. Got very close. And no, look at that. Down the inside of Shepard like it's Tuesday for him. In all fairness, it is Monday, but yeah. Oh, that was a good move from Matt Richards. Just threw it down the inside and made it work.
Very much a Hinsey thing to do.
Very much a Hinsey thing to do. And speaking of Hinsey, I think we're going to... Where is Hinsey at the moment?
He's currently sat 11th, but it's worth mentioning De Vries has just got ahead of Stran again.
Oh, yeah, but De Vries... Oh, he's gone off. He's gone off, and now Strana straight down the inside.
Oh, no.
Taps him and forces him into the gravel. That was a bit of a do, but no positions gained or lost because of it. It's going to be a bit of a
How
look.
is De Vries still there?
He'll
He
want
went over
to
the
watch
curb.
himself while Eric Strana and make sure that he doesn't do that again because he doesn't want to get a penalty. That would be the last thing he
the
wants.
free
And look at
wide.
Shepard! Shepard!
Work.
That,
How's that worked?
oh, so many cars going into one corner. The Matt Richards is flashing his lights. He's not a happy chappy, the Welshman. And you can only guess this is going to end in disaster. I think the smoke coming up ahead as one of the Auroras locks up. And oh, that is not going well at all. Please, lads, calm down. Oh, no, Siggy.
Siggy's off.
Yeah, he's off that. I told you it was going to end badly, and it did. Siggy's lost places as well. ITC, the slightly frenetic argy-bargy side rearing its head again. Yeah, it is. We have 13 laps left to go in this race. But Stefan, wow. Siggy's not going to be happy with that.
Siggy genuinely doesn't like bad driving, so he will not be pleased with that at all. Like you said, it was getting very close, so something was going to happen. There was about 6 or 7
I think
cars
Chirango
bunched up.
spun. I think Chirango's had a bit of a half spin or something. I saw a triple 20 go round as I was watching
Yeah,
Richards there.
Saranku is now 11th.
Yep, that's not gone fantastically well for him. Back at the front though, David Jones and Sven de Vries have reassumed the 1-2 that they started at the start of this race. And just going back to the start of this race, actually, it was a shocker of a start from the two, but in a good way, because, well, we didn't expect you've seen an Aurora 1-2, and I'm sure Lewis McGlade didn't either.
No, it was a very well. They took advantage very quickly. By the first corner, they were already 1 and 2. So that was a stunning start from both of them, really.
Speaking of McGlade, he's down in 8th. He's got some decent points. Of course, won it last time around, so we hope for a bit more. Might use the reverse grid of race 3 to his advantage. I do believe the reverse grid for that is it 15 to 20 or is it 10 to 15? I can't remember.
It's 10 to 15. We should know this, Josh.
Yeah, it was a reduction from last year. I was thinking last year was 15 to 20, and this year it's 10 to 15. We reduced the reverse grid slightly. just to try and clean things up a bit, because we had a lot of incidents of people from the back not being able to find the depth quite as quickly as they would have liked. But nil desperandum, that's for race 3, as I think we're going to have a look at the battle for 12th at the moment, because Argo today is there in 12th, and behind him there's a battle for 13th between Patel and Hackerson. Hackerson trying to get one up, trying to get positions back after that disconnect in race 1. He's going to go for the inside of Patel here.
He will. No, he won't.
Bit indecisive from Muru. Muru makes a lovely move down to Wicks. Look at this, Mark. Wicks having a go too.
Contact.
It's very much coming out of a go if you think you're hard enough here. Everyone wants a bit of the action.
That was... Oh, they're still touching. Oh, keep it clean, lads.
Yeah, please don't have any mistakes. We don't want to commentate on that. We want to commentate on people going absolutely mental with the racing in a good way, of course, as lap 9 comes round and David Junt still leading from Sven de Vries. Still the Aurora 1-2 that happened at the start, and well, David Junt in his head right now will be thinking, I've just got to keep it calm, I've got to keep it collected, and well, I usually tell myself when I'm good, I'm doing well, right, don't mess up now, and I usually mess up. So that's not what he'll be telling himself, but
No, don't ever do that to yourself. It just doesn't work. Just keep.
It doesn't work.
Just do what you've been doing for the most of the race.
He's going to want to concentrate, going to want to get into a rhythm and keep that place. Sven de Vries similarly as his teammate. I don't know if Lewis is going to be giving them team orders or anything, but I think McGlade's going to be the sort of person who will let them fight, but he'll expect them to be sensible about it.
The thing with overthinking it is that you start overdriving it, and then that's never a good sign. So, but you know, you're right. I mean, McGlade won't really be talking to these guys. We know he's with Ice Cold. So these two have been left to race.
Devices, so to speak.
As two teammates racing goes, I think these are the two that I'd let them race, because these two are very good drivers. They're respectable drivers,
Yeah.
and they know what they're doing.
Yeah, De Vries and Junt, of course, two very talented drivers, number 5 and 6, those Aurora cars. The other way around though, is because it's 6 and 5 is Junt lead still. And well, I think that's, yeah, Eric Strana still in 3rd place, still holding on nicely to that, as Matt Richards in 5th wants to have a go at Chris Shepard for 4th. It's a nice little trade they've got going here for first, the battle for first. I don't think there's much in it at all. If we look at here, I'm guessing the gap is about 1.5 seconds between all of them.
Yeah, it's 1.3 seconds between the top 5, so...
Very close racing as we got a car off in front, and that looked like a crash. That looked like a wowness to me. It is.
That is a wow, is in the wall. Good spot.
And a very, very badly damaged one as well.
Check who that is. That's probably... Jack Mayer's out.
Jack Mayer clouts the wall in style there and retires from the race, unfortunately. So we have lost Jack Mayer, which is very bad news, of course, for Waters Automotive. And, oh, hang on, Lewis McGlade has got a Kevin Siggy to deal with. Kevin Siggy's caught up to McGlade, and McGlade's fighting DeVos, and DeVos is fighting Fournier. It is a little train for P6, so it's Shepard he's fighting. So that means Fournier's up in 4th. Whoops, got what Epic's mixed around now.
Fournier is in 4th. It's been a very good drive from Fournier so far.
Yep, he's had some very good races, and hopefully this will be another one as Chris Shepard under attack from DeVos, under attack from McGlade, under attack from Siggy. Thomas Hinds there in 10th will be wanting a bit of action, but he's got to defend from Saranko in 11th. Let's watch that for a bit, because Hinsey, not really one you want to miss.
Hinsey is having a nice little time on his own, really. Oh, there's a...
Yep, Saranko's having a crack at him. DeVos is off indeed. Let's have a look, and... Oh, yeah, he has gone off. Let's see how that happens. Just go to a replay here. As we go into the right-left here. Oh, he clouts Shepard and then loses it on his own. So, whoa, one might want to watch it, but your teammate's coming up behind you now. And, yeah.
That was a bizarre incident. That's not something you see Bart DeVos do often.
Nope, not something you see Bart DeVos do often. He's quite a consistent driver, usually. And, well... That is a bit of a strange one for Bart. He'll not be used to this, but David Junt still the leader with 8 to go. And then it's Strana 3rd, Fournier 4th, Richards 5th, Shepard 6th, though 4-6 for Epic Racing. Not the worst result in the world not the worst result in the world, even. Goodness sake, Josh.
You got there.
I think someone ought to keep account of how many times. We're going to have Andersonism soon, aren't we?
Yeah, well, yes.
Andersonism count, 4 billion.
Yes, it'd be insane.
Yeah, exaggeration is another one of my key quirks, as Oh, hang on. I think there's a battle for 14th or 15th going on here. Yep, Muru under attack from Wixie. No, it's Bricalo, Wixie's teammate even. So, Bricalo, I think he's Croatian, having a go at Muru for 14th place as he breaks and doesn't quite get it done. Not enough room. He's going to have to wait his turn. Argo today is going to be waiting for that points place chance as well. Argo today, of course, a very well-known enterprise driver, I think. So, he's in the triple 20 now. In number 20. Triple 20, number 20.
Enterprise has had some fun with drivers this year, so we'll keep it at that.
I know, triple 20, number 20, that's almost as bad as the P1 Racing P2 cars. Ooh, today goes off.
That was a scary moment for him. That could have ended very disastrous. That could have ended very badly.
Today goes off, the number 20, triple 20. As I said, I did a VEC broadcast once and had to comment on a P1 Racing Gaming P2 car. So, you know, that was just as bad, really. Very confusing as, well, still the status quo remains intact at the front as the Auroras duke it out for first with Junt leading from De Vries. And it's been a very calm race for them, hasn't it? Really, because nothing catastrophic has gone on, but at the same time, it's been nice and orderly and interesting to watch.
It's been battles up and down the field again as per usual, but as you said, it's definitely been calmer. More drivers having incidents on their own more than anyone else. So
yeah, indeed.
Why the F1 will be very happy with this race.
Yeah, Thomas Hints is going to be double points finish, 9th and 10th. That's very respectable for Matthew Enton's team. He'll be watching on in very much happiness and glory, hopefully watching the broadcast indeed. If you are Matthew, you know, we do love you just as much as everyone else, and your cars are looking fantastic. So, and well, thanks to everyone who is watching, by the way. You know, you're just as much a part and parcel of anything as well the people who make it, because if we didn't have you, the broadcast would be pointless.
Yeah, exactly. So
we wouldn't be commentating to anyone, we'd just be two lads sitting in the team speak, babbling on about nonsense.
Pretty much what we do anyway, isn't it, mate?
Yeah,
really,
it is, isn't it? As well, 6 laps to go in this race. Has been a calmer affair, as you said, Stefan, but let's just ride on board with Sven de Vries, because let's see how the race looks from his perspective. Chasing his teammate, but at the same time, chasing the others. Well, chasing his teammate, but defending. Oh, we've got an off!
We've got an off, have we?
Wow, yep, I think Wes Morris has stuck his car in the tarmac somehow. His car's doing a handstand in the tarmac from where I saw there.
That's a disastrous race for Waters, and I'll give it that.
Yeah, Wes Morris's car was stuck itself in the tarmac. I don't know whether that's just a bit of lag, but that has not helped Wes Morris, because doing a handstand does not gain you places. No, as the saying goes.
You made that one up now, have you?
Yep, I have lots of sayings that most of them are just completely winged as 5 to go in the race. So let's have a look a bit further down the field, because we haven't looked very far down the field this race. We've only really concentrated on the top lads. I'll go today trying to fend off Tobias do a barrel roll Olsen, as I'm now obliged to call him, or half barrel roll even, who's got door damage. And he's in 17th, chasing today for 16th in the Bastovic versus triple 20 number 20 battle as well. Speaking of battles, Gerhard battle, where's he? He's 13th.
He's in 13th battling with
he's
Mr.
battling for 13th against Muru. And my linguistic puns are on point right now, as you'll probably notice. And that has nothing to do with anything, as Muru tries to close the gap on Patel in the last numbered Zederic car, the number 41, first and final number with actual reg plates on the car. As you see. You see, it does have an actual reg plate on the front.
I believe it does have an actual reg plate on it. So.
Yeah, that's all. He's just made it up. And Muru round, and he's lost it. No, Ronu, what was that about?
Safe rejoin, mate. Safe rejoin.
Good rejoin, and Olsen moves into the points.
Jesus Christ.
That was a close one indeed, but Olsen getting his door smashed, banged, and walloped, but he is very much in 15th now. Starting to become home and dry, as I believe. There are 4 laps to go. David Jones still leading the choo-choo train of drivers. That are the top 4, and Matt Richards is down to 6th.
He is. What's over there then? He's lost some position.
I think he's probably just been overtaken, but this might serve him well for the reverse grid because he'll be further up. And he might not have weight if he's not in the top 5. So could a possible race 3 win be on the cards? I don't know. Race 1 second. All these are joining numbers are really starting to confuse us. But race 1 second could help with a race 3 win possibly. Race 3 I think he has won in before as well. So might be his time to come alive.
Yes, I believe he did it in Snetterton.
Yeah, did it. It's not. We're just entering the closing stages of this race then. So it has been a cracker, hasn't it, Stefan? Just like a bit calmer than race 1, but good racing.
Yeah, I think it's a good circuit that promotes racing, but ultimately everyone's now found their feet really in terms of racing.
Yeah, indeed.
Race trim, because you can practice for that as much as you want, but it's nothing like the actual race. So.
Yep, it's just like, really, it's like walking into a football match. You can do all the practice you want, but when it comes to the actual game, you never know.
Story.
It's all about applying your practice to the race scenario, or the match scenario. As the football analogy goes, there's 3 laps to go in the race. Let's have a look at 16th, because I'll go today, under 5 from Varano again. And Olsen doing a very good job to hold on to 15th. The point for Basford would be much appreciated. As hashtag number 20 20 tries to get that points place.
This is a nice little battle, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a nice little battle indeed. Nice, you see, it just goes to show really, some of the fights, the best fights, happen further down the field. You know, when the backmarkers are going for glory really, because there's no points at stake. They're trying to beat each other, and today has a very scary moment.
That's gonna give Murray an opportunity. He's gonna get a nice. Oh, we've got a twitch.
Yeah, Murray's gonna have a cracking chance after that spin to get past today. I don't know whether he's in much of a position to defend, but he is. Murray forced to back out of that one, forced to yield as there are 2 laps to go.
No, he doesn't. Header goes slightly wide. Just give him a better.
Oh no, Varano! What have you done, man? You've just
Murray, no.
That wasn't good. He punted it today there. Let's have another look because we've got nothing else to do. Let's go on board.
Gone as well.
Yeah, let's have a look here as we go. Yeah, goes down the inside. Doesn't quite see the chance. Today slows down. Then Muru down the inside. Today was starting to spin, but he held it. Then he punted him round. So that might be a very much an incident where it could be seen as his fault for making it worse. But today was already spinning, so that's going to be something for the disciplinary committee to look at. That's not our job to decipher and discuss who's at fault, because we have a separate panel for that, don't we?
we have people who do that job for us.
Yeah, we're not going to take their jobs away from us, just as they wouldn't take our jobs away. Although technically this is my job, I'm just a substitute, as the Rolling Stones song goes. As we come into the last corner once more, David Junt leads the crew, as he probably won't ever call them round, onto the last lap. The Swiss driver has led this from start to finish. Can he bring it home in first, or will we see a Chris Shepard-esque moment where there is catastrophe and panic in the last lap?
I reckon they're just going to hold station. De Vries very much a very, very clean driver. He's a very sensible driver. He knows what's what.
Yep, Sven is a very smart driver, knows his stuff. So I don't think there'll be much panic in the ranks this time around.
He wouldn't risk a 1-2 finish.
Hoping for a 1-2. They want the 1-2. Lewis McGlade will be very happy with that. We'll have to get Lewis McGlade in if it happens, because he's had a couple of good races himself, hasn't he?
He's done alright. He's been consistent, I think is the word. The fact he's only. But I'll tell you what. The top 10 is covered by 8.5 seconds, sorry, which is unheard of in a way. But anyway,
it's quite good indeed. As David Junt now. Sorry about this. I'm starting to get a sore throat. He's just coming around these last few corners. He's had a good race. Some good battles going on behind. Sven de Vries acting as a buffer, if you will, for the other drivers. Hopefully no silly shenanigans as we come into the quick camera change moment for the last corner and coming around the last turn. Now it is going to be David Junt who takes the win for Aurora Motorsport. He's followed by his own teammate, and it is an Aurora 1-2. There you go. And I think that's going to be Eric Strana 3rd, Jeffrey Fournier 4th, Chris Shepard 5th, Matt Richards 6th, Kevin Siggy 7th, Lewis McGlade 8th, then the 2 YTF1s in 9th and 10th. Then it's going to be Sharanko 11th. Then I think Haxon got 12th in the end, which is a very good recovery drive from him. And then it's, McGlade 8th, Siggy 7th. Some good drives for them. It was Hinsey 10th, DeVos 9th, Sharanko, Hackison, Patel, Olsen and Bracalo. Ricardo got the last points place at the end. That rounds out your top 15. Then you got the back markers, the likes of Pereira, Muru, Jones, Pestovs, and only a few retirements in Jeff May, Jack Mayer, Wesley Morris, and a few others. So a very, very clean race.
It was a much better, much less attrition rate than the first race. A great drive from both Aurora guys who, as we can clearly see, are very happy about that. It's just great drive, great race. Kept it clean at the front, so that's what we like to see. And I'm very sorry, Josh, but I'm going to have to quickly dash because something's come on.
Well, no problem, Stefan. I'll leave you to that then, as I'm just going to check the live feed now at the moment, and the Twitter account, just in case anyone wants to get involved. I hope you do, because, well, it means a lot. It means a lot when you do get involved and leave your comments and tweet people and comment on the YouTube streams. It means an awful lot, and we really do appreciate it.
User disconnected from your
channel.
channel.
Hang on, so we have lost to Stefan. I think whether he's had to go altogether is beyond me. Yep, he has disconnected, unfortunately, so we have lost Stefan McCready, unfortunately. So it's just me now, just little old Anderson, trying to keep things going as it is here at, you know, this fantastic track. And let's have a look at the comments then, see if, yeah, the cursor, Josh. Yeah, thanks, James. I have got it disabled in OBS, but it keeps making unwanted appearances. I can't help it. Ben bloody Hackerson. Yeah, I got Paul, and then, yeah. So that was a fantastic race in its own right. Unfortunately, I think it's down to just me now. So, you know, Annex, as usual, will hopefully continue into race 3, and yeah. So, we have two different winners now, David Junt and Eric Strana, and race 3 is only just around the figurative corner. So, we will have a reverse grid for that of 10 to 15, and I will update you on what the magic number is for that and who has pole position. But what a cracker that was. That was a brilliant race, and I am really enjoying commentating on this. And of course, I'll reiterate what I said before. If you want to leave your comments, do feel free to comment on the YouTube stream. All 10 viewers, I can see that we have from the stats. And if you want to get in touch otherwise than YouTube, then do feel free to hit me up on my own personal Twitter account at JoshramsCosmo, or the GPVWC Twitter page, although I won't be able to monitor that. So, yeah. Going into race 3 now, we're just going to reload the server soon. Get things underway again for the last lot of 20 laps we have here at the Autodromo Riccardo Paletti, and we'll be with that very soon as we just put the server back in motion and everyone rejoins. So we have one more warm-up and one more set of 20 lap race, which will hopefully be as good as the other two. Now, I should point out, it is race 3, of course, next. Race 3 is where things get a little bit leery and a bit hairy and a bit scary. So don't be surprised if we see some argy-bargy and generally a bit more rubbing his racing as it gets to the late points of the evening and things get a bit more heated, so to speak. So yeah, fantastic races 1 and 2. Race 3 will hopefully be more the same, and of course, you can join in on the action too if you've enjoyed the look of the racing here. The season is almost coming to an end, unfortunately. We only have about 2 or 3 more races after this, but I have several series going on here at the GPVWC, including the Open Series, which is our very much arrive and drive series, which all you need to take part in that is to be registered on the main site and on the forums. So if you think you want to have a go at our Open Series, use the same cars as the entry-level tier of the career ladder that we have, the Formula Challenge. If you want to join in on the Open Series, feel free to go to the GPVWC website forums and sign up and get yourself involved. Because we always like new people, and we don't bite hard, really. We know, we're very nice, very welcoming, and yeah, get yourself along and have a go. You might end up being the next big winner. Adam Hodgkinson, carnage in the 3rd race. Well, it does get a bit leery in race 3. It gets a bit havocy, you know. Things start to get a little bit more interesting in race 3, so we might see a few incidents. Hopefully not, though. We'll just see some good racing, and we're just waiting for the magic number now for the reverse grid, and it's 15! So that means Il Gibraltar. We're getting the full fat quantity of potential reverses. It's 10 to 15. We get 15. Il Gibraltar on pole position then. So he'll be wanting to make the most of that. And I'm just going to go through the results from race 2 to see who is going to be where. So Bracalo is on pole, which is going to be fantastic for him. He'll be very, very happy about that, wanting to make a good start, as Ben Hackerson did in race 1. So it's going to be Bracalo from Olsen, from Patel, from Hackerson. So Hackerson, starting 4th, has a chance at that win that he missed out on last time. Then there's going to be Sharanko, Hinz, DeVos, McGlade, Siggy Richard, Shepard Strana, Fournier, De Vries, and David Yuntz. So 15th, and with a lot of weight, the Auroras aren't going to have it their way this race. So they are going to have to give it the beans if they want to do well this time around. So, unfortunately, we don't have a Stefan this time around, obviously. Thanks very much to Stefan for joining us for the interview, for the fun and not interviews, evidently. But, you know, yeah, it's going to be just me this time, so sorry if I miss anything. I'm going to try and keep a beady eye on the action this time around. But, you know, things could get interesting very quickly as we're just about 2.5 minutes away. So yeah, next round is not going to be here. It's going to be one of the last rounds of the season, it is. As we are going to end at Italy after here and go into the last few rounds. There are 2 more after this, of course, at Canada and America, the Montreal Circuit and the Circuit of the Americas, I believe. Oh, sorry, it's not the Circuit of Americas. I'm vastly mistaken. I think the United States Touring Cup is from Phoenix, the Portland International Raceway. I'm getting my tracks mixed up now. God's sake, get a hold of yourself, Josh. But yeah, there are 2 more rounds after this. A maximum of 150 points on offer for Eric Strana if he decides to win everything and then just storm the championship. And it's likely we could see the championship decided next race if Strana doesn't pull out enough of a gap here, and it goes down to the American Touring Cup. Obviously, we'll have Simon Smith back then by there, hopefully, to take you through the action in his very professional manner, and he won't have to put up with nearly as much of my Geordieisms. I might still be around to do some speaking and chip in the occasional bit, but you won't hear my lovely Geordie baritone voice nearly as much as you have this time around, because, well, that's Smithy's job to do lead commentator, because it's what he's famous for, and it's why we love him. Everyone loves a bit of Smithy. You can't resist him, can you? So, just a minute to go of this warm-up now, and I'm looking forward to this myself. I am really looking forward to this. If these 2 races have been anything to go by, this last one will be a corker. So, yeah, you want to watch this. It's going to be a big one. It is going to be a big one. Hopefully. Wesley Morris, Dodgems P3. Here we go. Hopefully there won't be Dodgems. It'll be hopefully clean racing. As we've seen today, some very nice racing on a new circuit. Never been raced before in GPVWC. Never been raced before in touring cars here at GPVWC. And it might be very new to a lot of these drivers. So, 20 seconds to go till we end the session officially, and this is going to be fun. I think it's going to be a struggle for me to keep up with it all, but it's going to be a fun one. Going to be very interesting, and I think after this I will have to acquire a nice drink and something to cool my throat, because it's been a corker here, and I'm going to have to get my voice back, because I've never had to commentate so much in my life. You just wait for the session to end proper, the drivers to file back into the garages and whatever they do, and we wait for Chris to move the session on once more, and our Factor Man to break out into song with that infamous "All drivers get your sorry butts onto the grid, we're going racing" chant. Not long now then, just gotta... The tension is still building. It's race 3, the last one. Everyone want a good result here. It's the last chance to get points if they haven't got points already. And the one that really does Start to bring out the best in our drivers as we wait for the command to get moving onto the last race of the evening here at the Autodromo di Riccardo Paletti in Italy. As Chris is just about to move the session on now. And here we go.
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
And thank you very much, R Factor Man, for that. And for the final time this evening, we find ourselves, as if there were more than one of us, going to the grid for the last race of race 3, that we like to call it. And you can tell I'm absolutely knackered, can't you? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I've got no control over my voice, so this could get very saucy indeed. As everyone seems, yeah, it's just synchronising now. As you'll see, R Factor does that very well. And we wait for everyone to take the places on the grid, and we can get going for the last time this evening, and hopefully for the best time this evening. We'll see what people do from their positions on the grid. As people start to rev, as the counter ticks down until the race starts. Formation lap. And we are go! So, leading the pack away for the last time this evening is Il Giancarlo in the Kernau Sport. And he's followed by Tobias Olsen, who's in second place. He's followed by Gerhard Patel in third. And then it's Hackerson, who is in fourth, got pole. Might get the win this time if he's lucky. Then it's Daniel Chirango, followed by Thomas Hintz, followed by DeVos, followed by McGlade, followed by Siggy. And then Richards rounds out the top 10. Then it's Shepard, then it's Strana, then it's Fournier, De Vries, and last race's race winner, David Junt. Eric Strana, of course, won race 1, if you're just tuning in now. So will we have 3 different winners from 3 different races at the new circuit? It would be a nice way to start things here, wouldn't it? And it's Argo de Terra in 16th for Triple 20. Joe Pereira 17th in the Apex Racing Cars. The cursor's on screen again, my bad. I'm very bad at this, aren't I? Sam Jones 18th for Cosmo Autosport. And then it's Rana Muru. Then it's Andres Pestov. Andres Pestov, I can't even pronounce his name right. In Zederic Racing. Then it's Wicks. Then it's Van der Woude. Then it's Frith, Moore, Morris, Meyer, and me in 27th, as we've lost someone. We only have 26 cars this time around, unfortunately, as we appear to have lost a driver from somewhere. As we go back to Il Giancarlo and the Kernau Sport, the Alfa Romeo, who will lead us off at the start in what will hopefully be 20 more laps of action-packed clean racing here at the Autodromo di Riccardo Paletti. Trying to get that name in as many times as I can, because I'm not going to do lead comms again after this, I don't think. Because I do really get the chance, and when I do get the chance, I mess it up, obviously, as we've seen it is. Riccardo and the others start to line up and take the places on the grid. Here, I'm just going to let my voice rest a bit as we watch them line up. So we just watched Jack Mayer now in 26th place. Lining his way up, he is the last car on the grid, obviously, as we now go back to Riccardo to watch the start. So here we go, for the last time here. The last time I'm asking it at Italy, we got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are away. And it's a good start from the front row once again. And look at that, Chiranko and Olsen get the best starts. I think that's Chiranko at least. It could be someone else in P2 there. I don't think it is. Yeah, it is Chiranko. No, it's gone catastrophically wrong already. As Olsen gets punted and there's havoc down at turn 1. Yep. It always was going to be race 3, wasn't it? Where it goes catastrophically wrong, and that is what's happened. Let's try and get a replay of the start there, see what happened. Chirango goes up into P2, as we see here, and then Riccardo, yeah, Chirango taps Olsen, and then the carnage from there is just self-explanatory. Everyone crashes into everyone. De Vries has to take the exit road, and well, that was not the start we wanted to see. Daniel Chirango in triple 20, possibly quite controversially there. As we see another off in the background there. I'm going to try and find out who that was. Ooh, we got a measuring off. I think that might be Hackerson, who's gone off. And yep, oh, getting a bit leery. Junt and De Vries though went to 8th, the 9th. Decent start from them amongst the carnage. Hackerson up into 7th as Junt goes down the inside of Hackerson, forces Hackerson a bit wide, and Hackerson's off. Hackerson is off and he's going to lose places. So yeah, very, very leery start to race 3 as... well, might have been foreshadowed slightly, but at the end of lap 1, it's Daniel Chirango for triple 20 ahead of Il Giancarlo, the pole sitter, ahead of Gerhard Patel, ahead of Kevin Siggy, ahead of Bart DeVos, who's got himself up into P5, Matt Richards P6, Chris Shepard P7 as we go Bit of locking up at the front again. Very close, these tops 5, top 6, these are together. So let's have a look down at the 14th now. Ooh! Pereira gets a bit of a clout from Wicks there. Not really what you wanted to be saying. But Wixie going down the outside could have a bit of a position change here. Nope, Joe Pereira holds the place very well as now Wixie goes for the undercut on the inside and gets it. So Mark Whips promotes himself up to 13th place as Ben Hackerson 12th. Still running well. He's had a good start and, well, then had a bit of an incident, so now he's down in 12th. So, a lot of work to do for the man who started from pole in race 1 and got that well-deserved pole. As we look up the front again, we're going to look at 5th place here as Bart DeVos tries to defend from Chris Shepherd, who almost won race 1, save for that mistake he had at the end of it. And he'll be hungry for the win here if he can get it. If he can't, a podium will do. He'll be thinking to himself, hopefully, as we start seeing some fastest laps set by Shepherd and Strana and the likes. But we are on lap 3, I believe. There is 18 left, rather. And, well, we had a bit of a leery start, but it seems, from what I can see at least, to have settled down and got into a bit more of a clean rhythm as Jeffrey Fournier down at 16th, not quite in points yet, is going to battle the Enterprise GP of Alex van der Woude for 15th. Is coming to the corner. Down the inside goes Fournier, and Fournier gets the place. So Jeffrey Fournier into 15th position now, and you'll want to hold that and make sure he holds the points, maybe even go and even more points, but van der Woude won't let it lie so easily. Alex van der Woude, oh, clouts Fournier and spins himself. Just unsettles the car a bit much there, and he's round. That's not good for van der Woude. He's going to have to let the 2 Walkers cars pass now. Oh, a bit more contact there. Watch yourself, Alex. That's Wesley Morris and Jack Mayer through there. 2 Waters battling it out in their own right, and then Alex van der Woude is trying to go around them. Let's go back up the order a bit more, though, as we watch Joe Pereira in the last points position, fending off his opponents quite nicely. Further up even more in 11th Hackerson, who's in the lower end of the points, but still holding well, as Daniel Sharanku still leads from Ilya Piccolo from now, who's in P2, and then P3 is still Kevin Siggy, who will be looking for a race win. He'll want a race win. It would be nice to see him get one. So then it's Bart DeVos who's made his way up to 4th. DeVos is up to 4th. So, good result for YCF1. Maybe we can get into the podium. That'll be very, very interesting to see as things would go along in this race. Very nice to see YCF1 getting to the podium after Matthew Allen scored the first one in ITC of this season after Eric Strana's exploits with them last year, of course. Current champion Eric Strana, who very kindly elected to put YCF1's name on the trophy at the GPVWC day, so, you know, remembering his roots, so to speak. Speaking of Strana, he is in position 5. Wouldn't count him out of a race victory chance just yet. Doesn't have the weight that race 2 winner had, and I'm forgetting who it was already. It was David Jones, yes. Doesn't have Jones' weight, so has a chance at a win at least with his skill. As we look back up the field, there's a bit of an action-packed locking up session going on. As Siggy tries to go for... Yep, he's going for it. He's going for Piccolo. Piccolo will he defend? Tries to keep it on the inside. And oh, yes. Tries to cut Siggy back up, but he's got the lead, I think. Kevin Siggy up into 2nd for now, at least, but they're all going too wide into this right-left chicane. Got to be careful here. Don't want a mistake or an accident to happen. And Siggy getting very close, but luckily making that holds well and gets it 2nd. So Kevin Siggy has got to chase Daniel Sharanku for position now. It's the Enterprise driver versus the ex-Enterprise driver. The number 11 Enterprise versus the hashtag number 20 2020 as we like to call him now. So it's Sharanku versus Siggy for the lead of this race with 16 to go. A lot of race left to go, but there is still that factor to factor in. And from 16 we find ourselves with 15 left to go as Sharanku goes on the last lap. He's the 2nd ahead of Siggy. Siggy's the 2nd ahead of Piccolo. Piccolo's half a second or so ahead of DeVos, and DeVos is just ahead of Strana. So not that much in it at all between the reigning champ and the YTF1 driver. And Strana looking down the outside of the Voss here into this long 180 degree left-hander, but he can't get it done. Good defending from the Belgian there. And, well, that's why he's in 4th place at the moment. Good defence, good speed, and he'll be happy with it. But Strana not wanting to let it up easily. Eric Strana will want that place. He'll fight for that place, and he may full well get that place. So as we run down the top 10 right now, we have Daniel Chirango leading, of course, for triple 20 ahead of Kevin Siggy, chasing him in close pursuit. He's followed by Elgin Piccolo for Kernow Sport. Then it's YT4's Bot Davos. He's followed by Eric Strana, followed by Chris Shepard, followed by Gerhard Patel, followed by Sven de Vries, David Junt, then Ben Hackerson, who's in the top 10 now. So a chance at further positions for Hackerson as we're going to go on board with him, see how he takes these corners and how he chases down the 2 BMWs ahead of him. Both Aurora Motorsports, both securing that 1-2 finish last race, of course. As well, I appear to have missed the timing beam there, as I've been temporarily put into 3rd, but I wasn't moving, so yeah, that's just timing for you. I'm not actually 3rd, I'm not even racing, of course. I'm doing cameras. That's the only time I'll ever be 3rd in a race, I think. Really, which is a shame. But now, oof, you see, it's been so good, I'm tired. Been such good racing, I've actually shattered myself as... Yep, we're going to go back to 5th place, Eric Strana, as he continues his pursuit of Bart de Vos. Bart de Vos has had quite a few good races this season, and this is one of them. This is a very good race. He's in 4th and doing very well for YTF. I'm going to get some crucial points on the board from... Oh, no, he's round! He's locked up by his own accord, and Chirango's off as well. Chirango's found himself down. What happened? We're going to have a look here. Yes, Siggy got beside him and into the corner here. Chirango goes round, Siggy goes through, and then he's on the curb. Chirango, he has a replay, of course. This is a replay, and then Chirango goes round here, and Piccolo taps him and sends him off, I think. So Piccolo tapping him might have contributed to that, but Chirango's lost the lead, and it's been given to Kevin Siggy. Kevin Siggy takes the lead. Actually, he took the lead before the incident, all finish to the Austrian. So, will the crystal ball I may have predicted there come true? Will Kevin Siggy get the win? Only time will tell as Eric Strana round the outside. He tries to go with Ilja Piccolo, but Piccolo defends well. He's had a stunning race so far from reverse red pole. He's only lost the one place and he's defending very well. Of course, Piccolo, a veteran of the precursor to this series, the GRC Touring Car Championship. We used to see him around there all the time, and Piccolo knows what he's doing in touring cars, obviously. So he will give Strana a damned good run for his run. I think Strana's thinking more long-term, though. He knows he can't win the championship this race, but I think he has a chance to, well, he will have a chance to win it next round. Has a chance to tie the championship up if he keeps 75 points ahead. With the amount of wins he's got as well, I would not blame him. Oh, look at that, he's doing it again. That's something we've noticed from Eric Strana a lot, actually. Cocking that left rear wheel up in the air round the corners. Like a little terrier. Like a little terrier, I said there. I don't know whether that got caught if I'm a laugh or not, but yeah, like a little rabid little dog trying to get that position through. Someone's lost the bumper. I think that's the other Enterprise car, Van der Waal. It looked very blue and white and black, that bumper, so that might be Van der Waal who's lost his bumper. If I come to think of it, I can't see. Ooh, excuse me, I can't see Van der Waal on the standings sheet, so something may have happened to him there. He's down in 19th and he has a front bumper, so he might have pitted to have it replaced. He is quite far back, so that would make sense. But Siggy now got a very colourful margin from Strana, and De Vos, well, he's still on De Vos, and now De Vos defending his podium place against Chris Shepard, who almost won race 1. So this should be interesting, and oh, De Vos gets a bit squirrely again. Chris Shepard's going to want to take advantage. Go, tries to barge his way down the inside there. Rubbing his racing in ITC, of course, but no dice for the Englishman on the Belgian, and he's going to have to wait his turn to try and see if he can crack a move down into another part of the track. As we look at Sven de Vries in 8th place. What's happened to David Junt? David Junt, I think, has dropped a couple of positions. He's down in 10th, so not quite the closeness that they were before. He's dropped a couple of positions now. Junt might not be happy about that, and Gerhard Patel's down to 7th from 3rd at the start, so he's dropped 4 places. As DeVos trying to defend from Shepard, does it well. It's a common overtaking spot we see in this race. That long left-hander, it makes sense so, because there's so much space to move you're overtaking, and a good run in helps you run out. As Shepard giving a bit more of a love nudge to DeVos there. And, well, it has been an afternoon of cracking racing, hasn't it? It's been brilliant, and we're approaching half race distance of this race, and Kevin Siggy's gone off! Siggy's gone a bit wide. That will motivate Eric Strana to make race 3 his second win of the afternoon, evening antics. But Kevin Siggy, not wanting to give up easily, will want to get this win, and he'll want to get it in style as he jumps onto the half race distance marker. Strana 2.5 seconds behind, will want to watch that gap. And another 2.8 behind is Bart DeVos. And then it's 0.3 and 0.4 to their opponents respectively. Piccolo under fire from Daniel Sharango, former leader after that turn 1 carnage, of course. One will want to be getting as far up the grid as he can to try and get a shot at the lead again, or even a podium. He's under fire from Sven de Vries in P7. Second placer from race 3, of course. And, well, heating up in the midfield it is. Siggy starts to run away with it. And 12th place. Let's have a look at 12th, because Ranamuru and Sam Jones is in 11th. Shout out to Sam Jones. He's got himself in the points again. Good one for you, mate. As Sam Jones indeed in 11th. So perhaps being hanging back in this event as we've got an off ahead of one. That's Hackerson. It is. He's gone off and under fire from Jones now. So it's not good for him. Back at the front though. Siggy leads still ahead of Strada. He's increased the gap by 2/10 over the last lap. So he is starting to pull away, and then it's a 4.3 second gap to Chris Shepard from Bart DeVos. So Bart DeVos has dropped a place, down to 4th, out of the podium now. Will want to get that back and defend from Ilja Piccolo. De Vries in 6th, Sharango in 7th, Junth in 8th, Patel in 9th, and Hackerson rounding out the top 10. Hackerson under fire from Sam Jones, though, as we said, though Jones starting to drop off the back a bit. Maybe just keeping it calm, trying to keep the points he already has. I'm just wondering where Matt Richards is in all of this. I haven't seen him in the top positions so far. I might just have missed him or forgotten because I have the memory of a goldfish today. See if we can find him. He's definitely not in the top 10. I think he might have retired actually, which would be very unfortunate if he has, but I don't know what happened. Might have got caught up in the first lap carnage. Would be an unfortunate scenario if that was the case. So yeah, that's happened. And looking at Gerhard Patel, I think now, or Ben Hackerson, one of the two, one of the measured cars is Strana, I think, is losing ground to Siggy. He's 2.5 seconds back. It might have decreased the gap again, but it is staying fairly stable with 8 to go here at the Autodromo de Riccardo Paletti. And well, last lap has really been where we see the action though, so don't count this as over just yet, even though there is a gap. Anything can still happen, as we've proven here in ITC and proven at this track. As we look back at Sam Jones in 11th, under fire now from Jiffy Fournier in the Epic Racing team, both Cosmo and Epic in the Chevrolet Cruze. Proven a very good car to be by last season's team's champions THR, who unfortunately have withdrawn from this series this year. I think they would have been set to use the Chevy as well, continue on with the championship winning car. It is a very well balanced car, I've driven it myself. Very nicely balanced, very nice to drive, and success is obvious as Jones under fire again. Fournier's closing the gap. He is closing the gap, he is indeed. As I think, yeah. So, yeah, he is closing the gap, and that's all there is to it. Interesting battle, I think, going about to unfold for 5th as De Vries is starting to close up on Bracalo. And he's got the Sharango behind them as 7 to go in the race. And nice little action-packed race we've had here in its own right. Unfortunate about the turn 1 carnage, of course. There will be words said about that, I think, by the other drivers at the end of this race, and we'll have to see how that unfolds. Hopefully it won't involve a fist fight, because nobody likes fist fights. Very much not the way to solve things unless you are a NASCAR driver. They have fist fights all the time in NASCAR, they used to at least. Anyway, so as the top 8 are separated by about 10 seconds. So a bit more spread out than last race, I think. There's quite a bit in it this time. But the lead is being very much held by Kevin Siggy. He's being very much followed by Eric Strana. The gap was 2.5 seconds around last time. Let's see what it is this time. 2.0! Strana is closing in at a rate of knots, I think. And, well, he'll have to gain about 0.3 a lap to catch Siggy by the last lap. So that is his target. And whether he'll do it or not is beyond. So he'll need to be about 1.6 or 1.7 seconds from Siggy to stand a chance of gaining the win on the last lap this time around. But Chris Shepard there in 3rd place, holding his own, just waiting for a chance. As is Bart DeVos in 4th, a very strong 4th for YTF1. And Riccardo in 5th. Well, no, it's DeVries in 5th now, sorry. Overtaken, and Chiranga's up to 6th, though Riccardo drops another place from pole to 7th. Not quite the drive he'll have been after, but still, points would be nice. A top 10 would be even nicer. Chirango, of course, got involved in the first corner fracas. And, well, we'll have to see what the result of that is afterwards, but oh, Chirango getting a bit untidy through there, gets the back out slightly, holds it nicely, though. Those rear-wheel drive cars are no picnic to drive. From personal experience, I can tell you that right now. So what's the gap this time from Strana? He's lost 7/10 of a second as Eric Strana, so he's not very consistent about this, and now he has to gain half a second a lap. And it's looking more and more likely as we go round and round and round that it's going to be Kevin Siggy that takes the win. There's some back markership going on there from one of the Waters cars. That is either Wesley Morris or Jack Mayer, one of them, but being a very good back mark and getting out of the way. Let's have a look at battle for 7th now. I think that's starting to unfold. Yep, David Jones going to have a go at Picarlo now. He's going to drop another place if he gets through. Picarlo in that front-wheel drive Alpha versus John, the race 2 winner in that BMW. See, we're just coming around this. They come around the left, the right, left chicane again. A lot of right lefts in this circuit. A very interesting layout. The first time we've driven it, and it's thrown some nice racing so far. I think John's flashing these lights. Not entirely certain, but I saw a bit of light flashing going somewhere. Maybe that's just a texture error. I don't know. I don't think he was in retrospect. Sorry, David. But 4 to go, and Siggy he's pulling away. He's pulling away from Eric Strana. I think Strana might be out of reach for the win now. A second would do nicely to help his championship hopes, though. It might be going through his mind. That's what he wants. Will want to secure as strong as championship chance as he can going into the the final 2 rounds of Canadian and American Touring Cups. Could wrap it up in Canada, could Eric Strana, if he has enough points afterwards. And we've got Battle of the Duz in 4th and 5th. This is DeVos versus DeVries. The American versus the Belgian. And DeVries, oh, he's closing in. He's closing in. He certainly is. Having a canny good go at these potential points, bonuses, and DeVos goes a bit weird. This is his chance. DeVries straight up the inside. No malarkey, no fuss, no bother, no problem for the American. Goes straight into P4, and DeVos almost helpless to resist that. He tried his hardest, bless his heart, but the Belgian now demoted to 5th for YTF1. Still a solid place, though. Matthew Alton will be very happy about that, and I'm sure he will be. Strana, 3 seconds behind. He will need something of a miracle or a superhuman effort to catch Kevin Siggy now, I think. The Austrian pretty much has this in the bag for Enterprise GP. And since taking the lead from Chirango, he's led very well, it must be said. So props to the Austrian, Kevin Siggy. Coming up to a back marker now. They'll be wise to get out of the way. Back to 7th again because Bacalo and Yunt, again, having a go at each other. As has been the norm, we've had some very good battles and hopefully this one will be the same. Sam Jones has gone down to 15th for interest. He's still in the points places. Thomas Hinz is 14th, Mark Swiggs 13th. I can't see Matt Richards though. I think he definitely has retired from this one. We'll have to catch up with him after that because he was second in race 1, so we'll be interviewing him anyway. Hopefully, if he's around. And yep, David Yunt continues trying to catch LJ Bacalo. But ultimately, it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. It does not seem to be going anywhere for the Swiss driver. As 3.5 seconds now the gap to Strana from Siggy. It's almost shut the lights off. Go home. To borrow James Kirk's phrase himself, the team manager of Enterprise DB, to borrow a phrase from him, it really is game, set and the match to Kevin Siggy now, you would think. He's almost got it in the bag. And barring any fatal slip-ups, this leg of the evening, so to put it, would be going to him, and Strana will be left out with 5 less points, but he is still going to lead the championship very solidly after this, I would think. We might get Quick Maths James in, James Kirk himself, to try and help out, or just for a general interview. We might see who we interview, because common practice is to interview the top 3, and, well, he's the team manager for winners, so if we have enough time, we might get him here in the booth as Kevin Siggy going around these last few corners of the penultimate lap. And all he will have to do now is hold on, maybe back off a bit, keep those tyres in check, keep that head in check, keep that beamer in check, as he checks his way, checks in to the last lap of the race even. And let's see how much of an lead he has over Strana now. The gap was 3.5 seconds last time, it's 4 seconds now. I think Strana's pretty much resigned himself to 2nd place now. A very sensible decision while keeping ahead of Shepard. Kevin Siggy's going to get this one. I think we're going to go back in a bit to him. Let's look at the battle for 4th now. There's DeVos. Is he catching De Vries? I don't know. There's not that much of a gap between them, and he's very close now. Not all over yet. Indeed, as he goes around the outside, it's possible. It's hard, but it's possible. But gets the break in. Gives him a little bit of a tap, I think. Might have been contact, but nothing massive, and both stay sensible around there. Nothing massively bad happens, and good racing from the two so far. Must be commended as we go into the right-left chicane here. And DeVos will be charging like a bull in a china shop to get to De Vries, but it might not happen in the end. Eric Strana is going to be 2nd place, gets past the back marker. But Kevin Siggy now, he inherited the lead from Daniel Sharango after he did a brilliant move on him. And now, look what he's going to do. He's going to come round the last corner. And he's going to take a well-deserved raceway win. Does Kevin Siggy, winning the final race of the evening here at the Aerodromo de Riccardo Paletti. What a well-deserved win from him. It's Eric Strana who's going to finish 2nd place. And then coming across the line in 3rd will be Chris Shepard, I believe, for Epic Racing Team. Then 4th will be De Vries, followed by DeVos, followed by Sharango, followed by Hackerson. We now have the standings up. He finishes 8th. Then P9 will be David Yunt, and then Lewis McGlade, who will finish 10th. Good result from him. Varano 11th, Mark Ricks 12th, Gerard Patel 13th, Thomas Hinz 14th. Good results from him, points again. And rounding out the top 15 will be, I do believe, coming across the line now, that is Sam Jones for Cosmo Motorsport. Gets a point, so he'll be happy with that. Very happy indeed. So what a race 3 that was. Bit of a chaotic start. I'm sure words will be had about that start though, and well, words can be had in the interviews as well. We might ask a couple of people how that went, and of course this is the hard part because the tired Joshua Anderson, and a Joshua Anderson who has not done many interviews before in his life, is a bit of a bad combo, to be honest with you. Still, we have a lot to talk about, and I'm going to try and remember all of it as Kevin Siggy wins that race in style. That turn 1, says Thomas Hinson, rightly, so it was a bit of a interesting debacle there we had in turn 1. So that was a corker of a race, yeah. Fantastic. Great to watch, great to be part of as a commentator. And yeah, just the usual, really, and what we like to see from ITC. A mix of clean racing and slight shenanigans and stuff. It's what we've come to expect from ITC. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But it's a good crazy, really. It's a nice crazy and, well, crazily brilliant. There's loads of just a few phrases we can use to describe the action that is ITC. So, I think we're going to get a couple of people in for interviews very soon, but going to just put a couple of settings here in my TeamSpeak White so you don't get a lot of annoying noise. So we've lost to Matt Richards. That was going to come in. I'm just going to try and get him back forward. So yeah, we've got a couple of people here who want to be interviewed, and we'll obviously be interviewing a few people. Yep, we are going to start the interviews now. I think we've got one person at least who we can start with, and we are going to start with the winner of the race we've just saw there, Mr. Kevin Siggy.
Hello.
So, well done on the race where you win, Kevin. Fantastic driving there from you. I'm just going to bring a couple more people into the broadcast room, but that was a bit of a frantic start to the race, wasn't it?
It actually wasn't for race 1 and race 2, not. But for
race 3 I
it
was talking about, yes.
Yeah, it was very good, yeah. I was just doing some good overtakes, just had a good start. Was trying to go and get in front of Daniel and do a little big gap to Strana, as I knew he was very fast. But I made, I think, like 2 or 3 mistakes. Like it just wasn't me today. I mean, I got taken out in race 2 by some guys, and in race 1 I was really bad as well. So it's a mixed weekend.
Yep, indeed. It was a very frantic start there we saw, and you know, a bit of a weird one. We'll come to that in a bit. I'm just going to drag a couple more people into the broadcast room now. Just drag a couple of people in. But you got a very good win there. Well done, indeed. Very well deserved. And, well, fantastic for you. That's going to help your championship points. It's going to help you try and keep the gap quite... It's going to try and help you keep the gap quite small to Eric Strana, the championship leader. And speaking of Eric Strana, we have him in here with us now. Hello, Eric.
Hello.
So, well done on the win in race 1, I believe it was. Very well deserved, didn't you? Well, Chris Shepherd, you had a good fight with him, but in the end, you got that win, didn't you?
Yeah, I could have started so much higher. I got blocked in qualifying, which is always lovely. And then yeah, I just catching slowly and slowly. So Ben appeared, and which was a big shame for him because it was really well done on the pole, Ben. And then yeah, me and Matt were catching Chris, and I thought, well, because we were catching him quite quickly at one point, but so I thought this probably shouldn't be too difficult. But then my tires started going off, and then it got a bit more difficult. So I wasn't that confident of getting him, but he was driving very slowly in the corners, and that allowed me to be very close coming onto the straights, even despite my weight. And then he went off in the chicane, and that was pretty much handed to me, and Matt accepted lap. So yeah, that was pretty lucky for me actually.
Yeah, well, he's still got to win. A win is a win, as they like to say, and it's going to help your championship chances because the way the standings are looking, you could have this in the bag next round at Canada. So surely that's going to be playing on your mind going into that next round.
Yeah, I mean, you just do what you have to do. I can imagine it's going to take quite a bad event from Siggy if I need to lock it up by Canada. So I'm just going to go in and just drive as quickly as I can and don't hit anyone.
Sounds like a good
plan.
It sounds like a fairly good plan to me, Eric.
It is.
Obviously, the best of luck for Canada and to all the drivers, in fact. And I think now we are going to go to race 2 in our David Yunt.
Hello.
Hello, David. So, firstly, congratulations on your win in race 2.
Thank you. heard I've been called done during a broadcast. That's gonna have some consequences, Mr. Anderson.
Oh yes, stream health has gone to yellow at the moment. Yeah, I've noticed the stream health's gone to yellow. Viewers may be experiencing minor issues. So, yeah, that's not fantastic, but it's alright. We'll continue the interviews. It's not game-breakingly bad, but fantastic win. Well done, David. You had a fantastic start in race 2.
Yeah, that's true. Made the most out of having a rear-wheel driven car on the highest starting position of one, and then managed to go past on the side of them. And from there on, it was just a matter of defending, since with this weight, I've never really done well. And yeah, so I was being. Well, I had the luck that I had Sven behind me, and Sven was so nice to actually help me out this time and let Sven pass for the championship messages. But I managed to keep a steady pace after being a bit wobbly, even though I got kind of chasing around the track. But it was just enough, since last 4 laps were terrible. It felt like tires were down at the front, braking felt strange or locked up. So I'm really glad they made it in first place over the line, the first win this season.
Indeed, yeah. A very well deserved win, I'd say, David. Not quite in the championship top 10 fight, but still a very fantastic race win to have, and sure you will be proud of that. And speaking of your teammate Sven de Vries, we have him in the broadcast room as well. Hi, Sven. Well,
Well,
yes, we do have a Sven de Vries. Hello.
hi, how are you?
I got a bit worried for a minute there. Well, of course, you led the Aurora 1-2 in race 2, and it was very, very, very good. It was a fantastic example of, well, team working together. So, massive props to you for that. How was race 2 from your perspective, and the whole weekend even? The whole 3-race set?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with the entire weekend to begin with. I think I got 5th, 2nd, and 4th. Didn't really have any contact issues apart from the start at race 3. But other than that, they were clean races for myself. Race 2, it was all about the team for me. David was leading the race, and I had the defending part pretty well under control. I knew Strana had 45 kilograms of weight on him, and I knew he was struggling accelerating out of the corners. So I figured, I have this defending pretty well under control. If I don't do anything stupid, neither does David. We've got this in the bag. So I figured just stay second, keep Eric behind us, and score that 1-2. So yeah, it was great for the team, and David did a great job in keeping a steady pace, making sure nothing was going on. So a well-deserved win for him, and a well-deserved 1-2 for Aurora.
Yep, indeed, very much. That's going to help your standings in the team championships. I'm not quite aware of them off by heart, but it's certainly going to give a hefty boost, a maximum of 45 points from one race. Definitely a good thing to take away from a new track on the calendar, and that's a fair point, actually. It's a new track, so you 3 are the first 3 winners. Eric, David, and race 3 winner, Kevin Siggy, the first new winners of this circuit. So that's someone you can write down on your CV. And I think we're going to finish off, actually. We've had Kevin, we've had David, we've had Eric, we've had Sven. I think we're going to finish off with Cos Motorsports own Matt Richards.
No.
You were second in race 1, which was fantastic, but I didn't see you in race 3. I didn't see much of you in race 3, unfortunately. What happened there?
I got caught up in the start crash, but I came out in 7th, maybe 6th or something. And then from about lap 4 onwards, I think, my game just started freezing for about 5 seconds in the same place every lap. So I just pulled off and just left for race 3. But yeah, the other 2 races were okay. Less said about race 2, the better, I guess.
I suppose so, yeah. Race 1 was brilliant because you got a 2nd place, which is, well, high positions you become accustomed to begin when you've been switching to the front-wheel drive cars. So 2 more rounds to go with this series. I think it's fairly safe to say that you're out of the championship hunt now, unfortunately, but you'll still be looking for the win, surely.
Oh yeah, of course. I know the next track quite well, and I've run the well before in ITC, so hopefully that that'll be a good round for me, and hopefully I can pick up some good points and maybe challenge for fourth, maybe even third if I'm close enough on points. I think I lost quite a few to Sven today, so yeah, maybe I'll get into the fight for third. I'm definitely in the fight for fourth, so that'd be a good position to pick up for me. I've not finished in the top 5 in ITC before, so it'll be something quite nice.
It would be a massive achievement indeed. And I said we're going to finish off with Matt Richards. I may have lied slightly. We've got Ben Hackerson in here. The poll set out from race 1. Hello, Ben.
Hello.
I'm going to try and keep this one quite quick, unfortunately, because we're starting to tick over 10 o'clock England time. But you had a very good pole position. Very well done on the pole, but it didn't seem to go to plan after that.
Yeah, I think that can be said. Got 2 fastest laps of pole, fastest in both practice sessions, and then got about 10 points in the end, which is shocking.
Yeah, you had a fairly decent evening though, and very much hopefully casting Ben Hackerson into the spotlight because of this. Hopefully you'll be able to have a better round in Canada and America, the last 2 rounds of the season.
Yeah, well, that's the plan right now. I'd like to get my first ever race victory here now. I'm pretty sure I can do it. Pretty sure I would have done it today, but oh well. It was a disconnect, if you didn't know, race 1. But hey, on to the next one, right?
Indeed, onwards and upwards is the saying that we'll be using for Ben Hackerson, and I think it's about time that we called an end to this broadcast now. So, I'd just like to thank Mr. Stefan McCready for joining me on co-commentary for part of the broadcast, and yeah, that pretty much rounds us out. And of course, this isn't the last of the racing action we have here at GPVWC as well. We've just had the Italian Touring Cup, of course, but we have all our other series going to kick into life here as well. We have this is Monday, of course. Tomorrow we have the Atlantic Series, the Grand Prix of the Americas. I believe that is the season finale. So that will be interesting to watch and see. Who will we see win the championship there? The Grand Prix of Americas, the last event. Will Lars Brugman? I think Lars Brugman pretty much has this if he can score 7 points. But after the final round of the Atlantic Series, we have the Italian Sports Series has already passed. No, I'm looking at the wrong calendar now, but we have a lot of events coming up here at GPVWC. Sorry about this, I'm not very used to this whole malarkey, but after the Atlantic Series, we have the Formula Challenge weekend, the subsequent week, the 23rd, the 22nd, 23rd and 24th with Formula Challenge, Super Cup and Super League. And after that, we will have the final of the World GT Series as well, hopefully. And we'll be seeing if Luis Felipe Capamajan can round off the championship. But, if he hasn't already. But for now, I'm going to say my thank yous for watching, and thank you to everyone who's participated in this broadcast. And we will see you next time for the second and last round of the International Touring Cup. Take care.